Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 mods for the trolls. Let's roll. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 miles for the trolls. Let's roll.
People here, maybe my chat thing is messing up. What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. First and foremost, we gotta mention Gra. If you guys don't know, Gra has a little puppy, well, 14-year-old named Peyton, and he passed away today. So if you guys see Gra anywhere, you know, give him a little positive word. If you see him in chat, you know, say a prayer for him, something like that. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Carla and company? So if you see Gra, you know, I know you can't give him a hug or anything like that, but just keep him in your thoughts. Hopefully Gra's not doing too bad today. All right, come on, Brownie. She keeps crying. Come up here then. Hurry up. Come on. Here's Brownie. She wants attention. She thinks she only gets attention now, even though she's spoiled just like Donnie. Huh? Does Papa give you all kinds of treats all day long, and she goes to Papa's house and Papa gives him everything she wants? Okay, we get down now? Can you get down now? You gonna stop harassing me? Huh? Because you know now this guy wants to come over and harass me because you're harassing me. Every night, you know you get away with it. Huh? Get down. Thank you, sweetheart. So yeah, so think about Gra today. He's not in the best of moods, I would guess, and completely understand. So, you know, let's just think about it. Cameras on calls, Miles, the dog says. Alright, you got me lost with that one, Carla. I don't understand what that means. I don't get that one. What's up, What Life? How you doing? How you guys doing? So I had a crazy thing happen with Donnie today. Now you guys know Donnie's my service dog. Right there. Eva's not doing. She's still at the hospital. Alright. You guys all know Eva Knievel. Apparently Carla says she's still in the hospital and still not doing well. So everybody keep Eva in your thoughts as well. Say a couple prayers for her. Eva's an amazing lady. She's always been very nice to me, and I've met her. And Carla, we met together at the same time. So yeah, do me a favor, keep Eva in your prayers as well. Oh, you're doing the talk and texting? Okay, I gotcha. Anyway, so, you know, Donnie, he's still learning. I got him totally trained except for one thing. He's still a puppy. He sees another dog, he wants to go play. So he goes and runs. You know, he likes to go run towards other dogs. I only have like this much food left. So today, I didn't want to go all the way to Fresno. So we went to Tractor Supply to go buy another bag of food. Everything's cool. We're in there. We come out of the store, and I'm loading Donnie. I'm loading the scooter up, and this Jeep pulls into the parking lot and parks right next to another Jeep. Now this is a really fancy Jeep. You know, it's a Rubicon. It's got all this extra added junk. You know, I mean, so this guy, you know, parking lot of like 150, 200 spots. The guy parks right next to another Jeep, and I mean really close to it. Kind of like, haha, my truck is better than yours, or my Jeep is better than yours kind of deal, right? And I'm like, man, what a douchebag. So I finished loading up. I'm loading up my scooter, and I'm halfway up with it, and I see this guy get out with this truck, and I look at Donnie, or with his dog, and I look at Donnie, and Donnie looks at the other dog, and Donnie's being cool. So I'm like, all right, no problem. You know, let me get the scooter up real quick. And I noticed Donnie getting a little excited. I'm like, oh shit. So I go to start walking Donnie to put him in the truck. And as soon as I move, Donnie just, you know, he does this, oh, I'm going to go play with this dog thing. Next thing you know, this jerk is screaming at me. You're a fucking asshole, you know, I'm gonna fucking call the cops on you. I'm like, what? You know, I'm sorry, sir. He just wants to play with your dog. Fuck that, you got a service dog. He's not supposed to fucking do that. And I'm like, sir, he's still training. He's only a puppy. Give me a break, you know. So instead of, you know, just hearing that and saying, okay, and, you know, walking off, this guy decides to stand 6 feet from me and Donnie. And he's got this big pit bull, and you know I love pit bulls. I mean, I just had to put sugar down my pit bull a little while ago. And this guy is freaking just, you know, you're a fucking asshole. Your dog tried to attack me. I'm like, sir, he's a puppy. He's not trying to attack you. He wants to play with your dog. If you let your dog come over here, he'll lick your dog to death. And the guy's like, fuck you, you know, and just like screaming at me. And I'm like, sir, why don't you just, I'm like, hey, why don't you just go inside and we can end this right here? And he's like, no, I'm going to call the cops on you. And I'm like, for what? He's like, because your dog tried to attack me. I'm like, my dog did not try and attack you. He wants to play with your puppy. And his girlfriend, wife, whatever she was, sitting there, and I'm like, I like look at her real quick, and I look back at the guy, and he still won't move. I'm like, just go inside. And he's like, no, I'm fucking calling the cops, you fucking asshole. My dog's a killer. My dog's trained to kill. I'll let my dog loose, and he'll kill you and your dog. And I'm just like, now I get pissed. I'm like, all right, you motherfucker. I'm like, why don't you just get the fuck out of here, asshole? So next thing you know, we're yelling for a good minute or two. People are coming out of the store, right? And he keeps yelling at me, and I'm like, sir, you know what? You could easily fucking end this right now by going in the fucking store. And he's like, no, I'm calling the cops. And he's like, babe, call the cops. And she's like, why? You just threatened to kill him and his dog. And like, he just keeps yelling at me and yelling at me. Finally, you know, he slowly, once he heard that, he kept slowly walking in the store. And the employees finally talked to him and going inside. And the employees came out to me. They're like, did your dog attack his? And I was like, no, ma'am. He saw his dog. He wanted to run over and play with him. I said, look at him. He's wagging his tail right now, ma'am. He wants to go play with that pit bull. And she's like, yeah. You know, and it was the same lady who I explained to her earlier what Donnie does. And she's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. You know, just don't worry about it. And then the guy, he's still screaming at me at the door. I'm like, look, sir, fine. You know, how about this? I'll call the cops. And the minute I said that, he went in the store. And he goes in the store. His girlfriend looks real quick, and she walks over, and she whispers to me, hey, I'm sorry. He had an episode this week. So I'm guessing he might be PTSD or something. I don't know what it is. And now I feel bad for the girl, right? Because, you know, the way that she acted, he's probably beating her up or hitting her. It's pretty bad. So, I don't know. That was me and Donnie's little experience today. You know, it's like Donnie's really, just because, like, Donnie's really going to threaten somebody or attack somebody. And for him to sit there and say, my dog's a trained killer and he'll kill you and your dog. Didn't have to go there. All the guy had to do, I said I'm sorry. He could have just walked inside and left it alone. But no. And he kept saying, he's all, I'm going to have you arrested for having a fake service dog. I'm handicapped. He is here because people have attacked me. That's why I have him. That's his service, to make sure people don't attack me. And after all that, right, so he's yelling at me and yelling at Donnie. And Donnie just finally is just sitting there just looking at the guy, not even trying to. Once the guy started yelling, Donnie's just like, "Whoa, all right, dude, shut the fuck up," basically. I don't know. I just thought it's weird how that guy just totally freaked out, you know. And I feel sorry for the girlfriend because she didn't have to go through that. And I hope he didn't do any. It seems like he hits her. You know, you could, because she was real frail. You know, kind of like, oh, I'm really sorry. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Donnie's a sweet dog, right, Snooks? So, that's what happened today between me and Donnie. He saved me some money though, because I was gonna go get some something to eat, like fast food instead of cooking. And because of that, I wasn't hungry anymore, so we just came right home. But, anyways, I don't know. I probably could have not cussed at the other guy. And of course, Donnie, I've talked to trainers. They're like, look, he's just a puppy. By the time he's 2, he should stop doing that. So, it is what it is. It just kind of pissed me off. And people were like, you know, you should call the cops on him. And I'm like, why? It's not that big of a deal, you know? Anyways, what else is going on? Speaking of that kind of stuff. So today, I was live doing court stuff, and I heard that there's Drunk Uncle. He's here early today. Drunk Uncle.
No class today.
No class today. I gotcha.
Yeah.
But even
I'm
you're here early for school. I mean, for work. Normally come later on. Did you not work today?
no. I'm supposed to have class.
Oh, okay. Oh, they canceled class today.
Yeah.
How come?
Air conditioning.
Oh, the air conditioner went out.
Yeah. Again.
That's no reason to cancel class. When I was in
Hey, wasn't my choice.
when I was in CrossFit, if the air conditioner, we didn't even turn the air conditioner on. She's like, "Nope, you guys gotta sweat your shit out. It's like 100
Yeah.
degrees out there and worse, you know." That's cool. Well, that's cool. How was your day?
Uneventful.
Uneventful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just been laying around.
everybody, everybody else had a very eventful day. It looks like. You know what's going on with the 1776 scene.
Pedophiles?
Well, but that was the other day, the pedophile stuff.
Oh.
Today they went into, I think they went into D.C. I was live, so I really wasn't watching it, but they went into D.C. and the cops arrested Santa. Santa's one of the main guys. He's a trucker, you know. He's got a big beard, so they call him Santa. And
Yeah.
they arrested him, and they told me about it. So after my show, I went and watched it. So this is just what I know. Hopefully, when Hope and other people come in, maybe Gra, they can explain more to me or to us. So I'm watching it. The cops arrest him, just right. And Chris Wizzywig walks up, and Santa's getting arrested. So everybody's arguing, screaming, and finally this cop says, "Look, the reason why he's arrested, he had a warrant for his arrest for some kind of a ticket in Maryland." So you know there's DC and Maryland, right? They're like right next to each other.
Yeah.
But they're, you know, Washington D.C. actually isn't even a state. You know, it's not even the United. It's a district. It's a republic, District of Columbia, right? It's a district, not a state. So they arrest Santa.
Why is it a district of Columbia? Like Columbia, South America? Like what the fuck?
Because I guess it's you know, my history sucks. So, but from what I remember, is they don't want the U.S. government in a state. They want it to be its own territory, I guess.
I understand, but why District of Columbia?
Oh, I don't.
That's just
that's your question. Oh, I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe somebody smarter than you and I can tell us that. But anyway, so they arrested Santa, and he then they took his truck. He wasn't in his truck when they arrested him, so they impounded his truck. for being parked in DC. Apparently, you can't park your truck in DC and just park a diesel semi truck in DC. So
Right.
so all that's going on. But I mean, it's kind of stupid. They put out a warrant for his arrest July 5th, they said, which was Tuesday, yesterday, and then they decided to arrest him today, just because they're going. He's like you know, let's be honest. I haven't stayed up to date with this whole 1776 movement, right? After a while, I just kind of stopped watching it. But so I think he's one of the head people in charge. But because of that, they arrested him. Just like the FBI went to my house trying to get information and raided me and just to fuck with me. They arrested Santa, from my point of view, just to fuck with them.
Well, I'm more interested in the pedophiles, and then uh, somebody. I was watching Steve Oakley today, which I normally don't,
Yeah, we'll get to that
but
Sagittarius.
uh, I guess him and that Cookie guy that you guys both know do not get along.
Oh, you mean Oreo?
Yeah.
Oreo doesn't get along with a lot of people. Why? What was going on with? Well, that's something else I want to talk about. So everybody was just, as soon as Santa got arrested, everybody's fighting with each other. Some guys are yelling at WYSIWYG, other guys are yelling at other people, and they're all just mad at the cops, right? But the problem was, instead of just dealing with what happened for the cops, they started taking out on each other, right? If you guys are in this movement together, which we're all here trying to make America better, we're all fighting with each other all the time, right? It's starting to get really, really fucking old. Like, I got a problem with Oreo Express, but I don't go fighting with them. I don't go talking shit about them every day on my channel, right? I don't go looking to make them look bad. But all these people now are all they're doing is just talking shit about each other. If they used all that anger and motivation for the right reasons instead of just fighting over each other, so that way more people come to their channel, I don't know. It's just getting old. And then, like Sagittarius brought up, the Georgia Guidestones got blown up today.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Yeah,
know
I
what
heard
the hell
about
those.
that.
I didn't even know what the hell they were until it blew up. Somebody blew it up today. Snooki says they had a warrant for
Well,
his arrest. Yeah.
Gra was telling me about. I've actually got it in my bookmarks that I called Harley's video. This is before I even knew him as Gra,
Uh huh.
and I think it was about the Georgia Godstones, and I never even looked into it. And I seen it today, and I was like, "Oh, that's what Gra was trying to tell me about like a year ago."
Really? Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Snooks is so Santa had an arrest warrant, and it looks like Snooks doesn't like Santa. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't kept up with this. I watched at the beginning when they were driving to Washington D.C. and once I got to DC and like they're supposed to drive around and block traffic, I thought it was gonna be like the Canadian thing, right? Where everybody parked and just stopped traffic in DC. And when that didn't happen, it just petered out on me. I just, you can only hold my attention for so long, and that's when I lost my attention. Plus, I drive all the time. I didn't want to watch Chris and them just driving across country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, that's not interesting. So, but for a lot of people, it has been, right? Um, so yeah, we're actually we'll bring up the Stones. I'll talk about it. Snook says Oreo couldn't throw a punch if he tried. He's a big wuss. He just talks big. You know what? Like I said earlier, I'm not gonna talk. Shouldn't be talking bad about people, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It's definitely he does do that. If you ever watch him, like I watched him here in with the Marjorie Taylor Greene event, and this guy's chirping in his face and he's not saying a freaking word. All of a sudden, you see him look like this, and he sees the Proud Boys next to him. That's when he starts talking back. Oh, I'll kick your ass. Come on, bring it. But he didn't start that until Proud Boys were next to him. So I can agree with you, Snookies. But that's all I'm going to say about him. Because like I said, I don't want to. I've gone through all the drama already. I'm done with it. That's why we named it the No Drama Club here in Eddie Block Films, right, Drunk? Because we don't need the drama. We have enough drama doing the news every night. So
Right.
And I'm just sick and tired of the drama. But I'm just saying this. Look, what I saw today was kind of awful. Everybody started fighting with each other as soon as Santa got arrested. You guys got to stop that. You got to focus your energy, because I mean, what the cops did today, yeah, they may have had a warrant an arrest warrant for Santa, but don't you think that's weird? You know, they sentenced him in another state. Granted, Maryland is what, like 2 minutes away from DC, right? But still, don't you think it's kind of weird how the cops all of a sudden had a warrant for this guy who's going against the government for some? It was like a parking ticket he didn't pay or something like that. It's they did it on purpose, and they brought like 30 cops out to arrest one person. So you should be focusing on that, telling that story, not arguing with each other. And then I guess one of the cops took Oreo's phone, and that started another big drama. This lady, I don't know who all these people are. She jumped up. There's a guy that has a fire truck, a yellow fire truck. Have you seen that yellow fire truck drunk?
No.
Flags. Well, he's been traveling across country with his fire truck, right? All over the country driving with them. He people jumped up. This lady jumped up on his fire truck and was yelling at the cops. And Chris came around the corner and she hit the ground. Next thing you know, everybody just started screaming, "The cops pushed her down! The cops pushed her down!" Well, Chris was like, "No, they didn't. I filmed it." Chris was just trying to calm everybody down, and then next thing you know, all these people are fighting with Chris. So it's you guys need to focus your attention on what needs to be focused on. The fact that the cops came after Santa with a stupid warrant, that's them trying to fuck with you and screw you guys over. You guys need to look into that. You need to figure out which judge gave the warrant. And then they take his truck. He wasn't even in his truck. Right? So if you're if you're walking down the street and you get arrested, are the cops then going to come tow your truck? No. It was all planned out. They basically stole his truck, if you ask me. Paul says, yeah, they kind of planned to arrest him. Wildlife wants to know what we think about the Guidestones. So, you know what? I actually forgot to get a story on it, but we'll look it up tonight. We'll talk about the Guidestones. Should we do that first? You want to do that first, Drunk? The Guidestones?
You ought to.
We can do that.
You ought to.
Because it's close by you, the Georgia Guidestones. Let me find something here on it. Here we go. Here, I found an article on YouTube. What's up, Get Some? They will tow your truck if you have a Nate Diaz bumper sticker on it. Says Get Some.
Bumper sticker? Who the hell still has bumper stickers?
I have bumper stickers. All right, let me see. Co-host, let's see if you're in the right spot. Are you on top or bottom? I don't know. Never mind. That's just wrong.
Never understood bumper stickers. Why would you put a sticker on your paint of your car?
Yeah, I don't put I do have bumper stickers, but I don't put them on my car. I put them on like my laptop, stuff like that.
So it's not a bumper sticker. It's just a decal.
Yeah, but it's like a bumper sticker size. Like I know I showed you guys yesterday, but I'll show you guys. Do I have it? Oh, they're not sitting right here. Where'd they go? Anyways, the Georgia Guidestones. It's not showing. Hold on. Let me fix this part of the screen. It's not showing up. There we go. So the Georgia Guidestones. There's a lot of controversy over it, right? Hey, Jeannie Smith. I haven't seen you in a while. How you feeling? Oh, by the way, since you're here, Drunk, couple things. We gotta get some stuff out of the way real quick. Speaking of Graw's puppy passed away today.
Oh, shit.
So, if you guys don't know, Graw has his dog Peyton. He's 15. He was 14 years old. So, you gotta really keep Graw in your thoughts and prayers. 5'11". Can you react to trap metal? React to Goatzilla? You're asking a whole bunch of questions of stuff that I don't know about. So no, I can't. Do you know any of those things, Drunk Uncle, or are they just messing with us?
No idea.
Oh, Gene, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Harley Baby says, sorry, I haven't been on lately. Hubs was real sick. And oh my gosh, I'm sorry your husband died. Oh my gosh, Harley, I'm so sorry to hear that. Wow, everybody's been having some bad luck this month. People are sick. Carla and company came in today and said that Eva's still in the hospital and still not doing well. Y'all know our favorite Eva Knievel. Man, everybody's not doing well today. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Really, really sorry. But yeah, those are just a couple of things we got to keep in mind. But anyways, do you know about what these Georgia Guidestones are? I didn't even know what the heck they were till this whole bombing today.
Something possibly about it's like a globalist manuscript or something. I really don't know.
It was something about I thought it was a Satanist manuscript. That's what I thought I saw. I thought they said Satanist. Is that Satanist a globalist? Are they the same thing?
They very easily could be.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so let me make sure I move some stuff around. Yeah, we're still good over there. So it says Georgia Guidestones in Elberton demolished after explosion. What to know about the monument? Almost as mysterious as its origins, the Georgia Guidestones Monument in Elbert County was a target of a bombing on Wednesday. They say it's like the Stonehenge of the United States, is what I heard earlier. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is currently seeking information as to why it occurred and who is responsible. Here's what to know about the monument following the explosion. A bomb was set off in a rural area. Well, we know about. Oh, they did fall all the way over, or did they knock it down maybe? The impact of the bombing caused one of the 19-foot slabs of granite at the Georgia Guidestones to shatter, but did not completely destroy the monument. A GBI agent at the scene said the explosion left the remaining stones too unstable, and a backhoe toppled what remained of the Guidestones. So they messed it up so bad that they had to take it down. Next week in truck in the shop. Man, your truck's in the shop and you're in the shop, Jeannie. That sucks. Man, everybody's having bad luck right now. So unveiled in March of 1980, the Georgia Guidestones is comprised of 6 astronomically aligned slabs of granite rising 19 feet 3 inches. The slabs of blue granite weigh more than 42,000 pounds, 1 center stone, and a capstone positioned in an X pattern. The monument sits on a 5-acre plot. The history of the Georgia Guidestones dates back to 1979, when a man using the name R.C. Christian approached the Elberton Granite Fishing Company with plans for 4 vertical granite stones standing 20 feet tall, each to be inscribed with the same 10 precepts for humanity carved in 8 languages. So here's what it says. The message consisting of the 10 guidelines or principles is engraved in Georgia. I guess these are the 10 laws. Maintain humanity under 500 million people. Well, we're way past that. In perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reasons. Wonder what that means. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. And be not a cancer on earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature.
Look at this stranger straggling in. Indigo Nicole.
I know she's been coming lately. You know, we haven't seen Nicole for a while. Nicole. Let me out the car, Cole. Let me out the car.
She been locked up. I know where she been.
She's been hot. No, you know what? She started. Nicole actually started her own Discord channel. So she has a Discord channel. They invited me to it, and I joined it. So if anybody wants to add a little more information about these stones, let us know. It's something we don't really know well about. And they're no longer there, I guess. Gotta get my little bit of chocolate caffeine in me. I don't have too many news stories today because there wasn't that many. So we're gonna go right along real quick, but then we're gonna bring everybody in and we can all talk about what's going on in the part in our movement, the conservative movement. Let's say it that way. Avoiding petty laws and useless officials is good advice, but some of the other things were creepy, according to Andy. In the Kona Cole says hi to you. And now she says hi to you. She said hi to you first, drunk. I see how it is. Potential Richmond July 4th mass shooting charged as non-citizens in possession of a firearm. Yeah, they want under 500 million people as the goal. In the United States alone, we have over 300 million people. Did you hear about this 4th of July plan by some illegal aliens? It says 2 illegal immigrants were arrested in a mass shooting plot at the Richmond, Virginia July 4th celebration. A hero picked up the phone and overheard a conversation. There was a mass shooting being planned here in the city of Richmond. How do you pick up a phone and hear that? Said their chief of police. 2 immigrants, 52-year-old Julio Salvador Dubon and 38-year-old Roman Balacarcel, were arrested and charged with being a non-U.S. citizen in possession of a gun after police uncovered a plot that the duo planned a mass shooting at Richmond's July 4th celebration on Monday. At a press conference on Wednesday, Smith said the police investigated them based on a tip to police by someone he would only refer to as a hero citizen. They investigated the claims and found that Alvarado Dubon was in possession of 2 rifles, 1 handgun, and 223 rounds of ammunition. He was arrested on July 1st, while Balacarcel was placed under surveillance and eventually arrested on the same charges on Tuesday. There's no telling how many lives a citizen hero saved from one phone call. One phone call saved numerous lives on the 4th of July. Both suspects are currently being held at the Richmond County Jail with no bond, while no motive for the plotted attack has been released. I think there's some motive. I think liberals did that.
La Raza.
La Raza. You never know. But it's interesting that they're Mexican, or Hispanic, I should say. So now they're really going to start, the liberals are really going to start pushing this gun law stuff. Oh, we need more gun laws. No, we don't. No, we don't. Because, look at this. These people were illegal. There is no way they could have legally bought a gun in the United States. So it's not to our gun laws that would have stopped them. They got them illegally. And when somebody wants a freaking gun, they're going to get the gun. Right, drunk uncle?
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I mean, I guess I was a bit confused on the wording. So, even if you're illegal, if you're over 21, you can still buy alcohol or tobacco, but you can't buy a firearm.
Nope, you cannot.
I was not aware of that.
If you're in the
I mean, it makes sense, but I never even thought of it.
Yeah, that's why they do the background check. If you're a legal alien and you're in the United States, you cannot apply for to get a gun permit or a gun. You cannot go buy a gun. And so this shows to you right there in that it wasn't them getting the guns illegal or in the right way, right? It was all because they got it the wrong way. You can't stop people from that. That's like your dog, right? Let's say you go to work and your dog's always getting into the dog food. So you put it in a plastic container. What's that dog going to do? If it's in just a cheap little plastic container, your dog's going to sit there all day long trying to figure out how they can get that dog food out. Right, drunk?
Just saying.
Yep. That's what they're going to do. The dog's going to get in there, right? That's your law. You put that little piece of plastic in there, and the dog still got the dog food, right? I remember in my backyard. This is what I normally do. When I first bought my house, I went around the whole entire backyard with concrete, and I poured concrete all the way around so the dogs couldn't dig underneath my fence. Then I took screws and I screwed in every single fence board on top of the nails, because screws have more strength, right? So the dogs couldn't push the fence down. So then guess what my dogs did? So then, they chewed through the wood to get outside. And they wouldn't go anywhere. They just went outside and went to the front yard and barked at people walking by. So what did I do? Then I put up chain link fence along the whole entire fence. Well, then guess what? AJ learned how to climb up the chain link fence to get out of the freaking house. That's, you know, it's similar with people. If they want to do something, they're gonna search hard and wide and figure out a way to do it. Look at prisoners. Look at how they get drugs and guns and everything in jail. They have nothing better to do than sit there all day and try and figure out ways to get it in. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Oh, by the way, Drunk Uncle, we were watching our court show this morning, right? And it was real early, and the judge, she her mic wasn't working, and I was just about to change the channel, and she sentenced this guy to 120 days in jail. And all of a sudden, she looks down for a second to write something, and this guy just, he turned around, he walked, and then he just ran right out of court. I got the video. Yeah, watch. Hold on. I'll put the video up for you guys. Let me, where do I have it here? Hold on. Let me find it real quick. Go to history. I thought I had saved it right up on here for you guys. Judge Spencer's court. Let me rewind it and then I'll pop it up there for you guys. Alright, so for everybody watching right now, and Drunk Uncle, it'll show up for you in about 30 seconds. What you want to look at is there's a guy in the upper left-hand corner wearing a mask. And as soon as I hit play, you're going to watch. She's, I know you can't hear her right now, but you can't really hear her anyway. She was so bad. So she just sentenced him to 120 days.
120 days after the service of 120 days, the case is closed.
And now watch. He turns around, and then zoom, he's gone. How do I get a copyright claim right now? Where do I get a copyright claim from? Oh, there must be music on one of my things. But yeah, there you go. That's this guy running out of jail. What's up, Harley babe? You're not being rude. What do you mean you're trying not to be rude? Jeannie Smith says the illegals pay for homemade guns, usually buy them from San Diego or Mexico, and totally unregistered with no serial numbers. That is very true. Did you see it, Drunk?
Yeah.
So that's kind of stupid. He got 120 days, right? That's nothing.
Now he's got 240.
Oh, probably a whole lot more than that because it's Georgia. And we've been watching Georgia, and Georgia, this guy got arrested for $300 worth of stuff that he stole from Walmart. The media are hailing. For $340, it was like $343. He got 1 year in jail. And I was like, wow, that's kind of hard. Maybe he has a bad record. Then the next person who was caught stealing, they got 120 or 1 year in jail too. They don't, you know, in California, they just let you out for that shit. But not in Georgia. Georgia don't mess around. Then in Texas, I was watching my other judge, and this was not today's show because she's on vacation. But there was a guy, he only showed up on Zoom, and she's like, well, you know, you need to be in court. And his lawyer's like, well, he has 3 warrants for his arrest, so he doesn't want to go to court. And she's like, well, get him on the phone for me. So they got him on the Zoom meeting, and she's like, you're going to be in my court at 2 o'clock or else. He never showed up. I don't get it, right? You know, they're going to catch you eventually. And by not showing up, you're just making it even worse. Andy says in the Middle East, they chop off your hand, so he'd rather go to jail. Yeah, in the Middle East, if you steal, they cut off your hand. Anything you do, that's what they do to you, right? I mean, if, like, not what anything you do, but if you steal, they cut off your hand. If you rape somebody, don't they cut off your genitals? Isn't that what they do, John?
You lie, they cut out your tongue.
Yeah. So, yeah, no.
I got a sign in my shop daring people to steal from me.
Drunk Uncle's got a big, huge fucking
Sharia law, basically.
Yeah.
Like you steal, it literally says if you steal, I will chop off your hand. If you deny it, I will chop out your tongue. Happy shopping.
Wow. Yeah, don't steal over there. Well, hell, do you remember? This was probably like in the late '80s, early '90s. Some kid was, I think it was Taiwan, and he chewed gum and spat the gum on the ground or something like that, and they gave him 10 lashes, and it was Singapore, something like that. Do you remember that? You were probably still just a baby back then, but
Well, I could have made somebody's shoe all sticky.
I know, right? You don't want to do that. Ugh,
What if those were Jordans? Get my Jordans all sticky?
But wasn't it gum? Was it gum or did he spray paint something? I'm trying to remember. Now I can't even remember. It was Singapore? Singapore. And he was an American. Singapore, 10 lashes. 10 lashes, American. Yeah,
I don't care if it's a finger at first. I take the whole hand in my shop. Rack 'em.
Let's see this right here. Michael P. Fry is an American who was sentenced to 6 strokes by the cane in Singapore in 1994. Oh, for the theft of road signs and vandalizing 18 cars over a 10-day period. Okay, I don't know where I got the gum from, but still, they caned the hell out of him. Which caused a temporary strain in relations between Singapore and the United States. He pleaded guilty, but he later claimed that he was advised that such a plea would preclude caning and that his confession was false, that he never vandalized any cars, and the only crime he committed was stealing the road signs. Interesting. What's up, little Ripper Patriot? How the heck's it going? All right, let's move on to the January 6th committee. That's these guys. So, January 6th committee is silent on the actions taken to verify Hutchinson's claim that Trump lunged at the Secret Service agent. Well, gee, like the minute she said it right away, the Secret Service came out and said that never happened. She's lying. Right? I mean, think about it. Why would President Trump jump up in the front and try and do that? Andy's bringing up there's nothing to do with the gum in another, yeah, it was probably another incident. He's just saying it's the Mandela effect. Don't get drunk uncle started on the Mandela effect.
What?
You know, the minute he starts talking about the Mandela effect, he's gonna start asking you all kinds of questions, like, did he really say Luke is your father? Who is your father?
Well, you know, they did start up CERN the other day, which is where the Mandela effects first started out. Yeah.
See, I told you guys are gonna get him started. Actually, so he wasn't in the limo. President Trump. Here's the other thing too, folks. President Trump was not in the limo. I watched the video. He got in a Suburban. But Sagittarius says the limo separate. They have a window and they're separating the driver from the occupants. I don't know if that's true or not. I've never looked on the inside of that Suburban. All right, so the January.
You would hope so.
Yeah, because all the shit that's being talking about it in there. So it says the January 6th committee is not publicly discussing any actions to verify or back up a key claim former Trump administrative aide Cassidy Hutchins made during the hearing last week. Hutchinson, who worked closely with White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, detailed several major events and events through videos and in-person testimony during the hearing. The most explosive was that former Donald J. Trump, president, upset the United States Secret Service, wouldn't take him to the Capitol, tried grabbing the steering wheel of the presidential vehicle and lunged at the agent, which we all know that's bullshit. They also kept saying they knew people had guns inside, but they wouldn't show you any video. My audio is, wait, I can go up a little bit more. Sorry, Brad. My microphone box that runs my microphone broke, and I'm waiting for it to come in. That's as high as my audio will go. That's as high as my audio will go right now, guys. They just today sent me the information on where to send it to be repaired. So I don't know how long it's going to take to get fixed. I'm sorry. Nothing we can do about it. Because if I switch to my other mic, it really doesn't work. All right, so they said Hutchinson was describing what she said was a version of events that former Deputy Chief of Staff Operations Tony Ornato recounted to her after the fact on January 6th. So the president reached up towards the front of the wheel vehicle to grab his steering wheel and grabbed his arm. Sir, you need to take off your hand off the steering wheel. We're going back to the West Wing. Oh, that's better? Okay, well, good. Trump then used his free hand to lunge for the guy. That sounds better. Sorry, I didn't know it was just down a little bit. But it's still low though, right? It's still pretty low, I think. So the January 6th committee did not respond to a request for comment from Fox News asking if it has attempted to speak to Ornado or Engel since the hearing. Because as you guys know, the Secret Service came out right away, and said, yeah, that's not true. Like within an hour, right, Drunk?
Yeah.
So, Representative Adam Kissinger, a Republican from Illinois, he's really a rhino, told CNN State of the Union Sunday that anyone wishing to dispute her testimony shouldn't do so through the media and should attach their names to comments. Him and Cheney are the only two Republicans on the freaking thing. They're the token Republicans. Freaking. Did you hear what were you here when we did the news about Cheney? She's now telling Democrats to because there's no one running as a Democrat in the primary for her seat, so she's telling Democrats to register as a Republican so they can vote for her.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Not too good. Oh, I got a story for you later on too. Yeah, Ray Epps. Where is Ray Epps? Alright, so the National Education Association of Teachers Union proposes a resolution to change mother to birthing parent. Why do we have to change from mother to birthing parent? Have you ever heard somebody walking up to somebody and say, hey, this is my birthing parent? They don't have birthing parent day. They have Mother's Day. Do you think they're gonna want to change Mother's Day now, Drunk Uncle? It's gonna be called Birthing Parent Day.
We'll start kicking people in the esophagus.
Oh, you know what the other problem is? You're really loud. Let me turn you down a little bit. Let me see if that helps. Let me check the. Say something, Drunk.
Kick them in the esophagus.
Okay, now I turned you way too far down. Try it now.
One more time in the esophagus.
There we go. Now we're about the same level. But yeah, are they gonna freaking have a Is it gonna start? They want to change it to Mother's Day or birthing parent day. What are they gonna call dads? All right, Jeannie. I hope you feel better. Hope everything gets fixed up for you. But what are they gonna?
Maybe.
People with penises. But that doesn't. You can't say that because what about people with a penis that identify as a woman?
People with penises, mostly.
People with penises, mostly.
Mostly people with penises.
Mostly people with. Oh my gosh, it's even worse. You know what? You're taking a drink. I gotta take it. You know, what we do. That's what we can do. Graw's puppy died today. We're gonna take a drink.
MPWP. Yeah.
MPWP. Here we go. But hold on, we're not done yet. Eva's sick. Jeannie's sick. And oh wait, I'm sorry. No, hold on. Next is Harley Babe's husband died. So this one's for Harley Babe's husband. Take a drink. And now for all the sick people. We have Eva sick, Jeannie sick. Who else is sick? Let's take a drink for all the sick people right now. Gonna let this alcohol burn off.
Oh, don't put your cap back on. We got one more.
We got one more? Uh-oh. Okay.
For all the people that didn't get to go to jiu-jitsu.
There you go. All the people that didn't get to go to jiu-jitsu today.
Not that I'm trying to minimize anybody else.
No, he just wants to have another drink.
Yeah.
Harley Babe says, if you were adopted, yes, they are called birth parents. Oh, I never thought about it that way. But still, though. Still, though. You know? All right, where are we at? So the National Education proposed a resolution that would change the word mother in the contracts to birthing parent for the purpose of being inclusive to the LGBTQIA+. How many letters are we going to... You know, first it just started with the LGBT community. Then they added the T. Now it's the Q.
And they're still kind of unclear on what the Q is. Is it queer or questionable?
I always thought it was queer.
And queer become an acceptable term?
Would your...
That was the back in my day.
Yeah, I thought if you called somebody a queer, that was a bad name. But nowadays, they call themselves queer.
Yeah. I even asked Andy not too long ago. I was like, when's well, I mean, I said the real word, but I'm not going to say it on here, but the F word.
Mm-hmm.
F-G, or sometimes with a T. I was like, is that going to become acceptable again? They're like, I fucking know.
Well, so, me and Taiho, we were filming in Berkeley, and a big, huge riot started out. Some guy got in my face. He almost punched me. And there's this girl there, right? And she was threatening me. And I was like, well, bring it. And then so when we were leaving, we got on the elevator, and this girl tried to follow us on the elevator. And she kept putting her hand in there so she couldn't close it. And she's like, I'm going to be on this street, motherfucker. So as we're walking back to our trucks, this girl showed up, right? Or she's sitting there on the street, and she all of a sudden, when she was all by herself, she didn't say nothing. And I was like, oh, look who it is, a person that was threatening me. What are you going to do now that you're alone? And she's like, fuck you. And she used the F word, right? And I'm like, I thought you're not supposed to use that word. She's like, well, I'm gay and I can say that word. And I'm like, so you're calling me that an F-A-G word, right, as a derogatory offense, but you're gay. So, I don't know, it just didn't make sense. She was...
well, on her defense, it does make sense to me because like I said, me personally, I feel like I can say that around other gay people that I'm comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like getting your black card, so you're not one of them, but you can still say the N word.
I gotcha.
There are people that do get that privilege, and I felt like I'd done enough time within not time, but it was around the community enough to where if I wanted to lash out at somebody and I would call them the F word, they would know that I did not mean it in a derogatory manner, other than the fact towards that specific person, if that makes sense at all.
I guess so, yeah. I guess so. I don't have the ability to get away with it, so. Okay, so this resolution about changing it to birthing parent will be voted on Wednesday by the Representative Assembly, comprised of 6,000 educators in Chicago. Oh, great, this is happening in Chicago, as well as virtually. The resolutions present the teachers' union's opinions and belief. Now, this is a teachers' union. Don't you think they should be focusing more on what they're teaching the students than worrying about calling somebody a mom versus a birthing parent?
In Chicago, they're barely graduating with literacy.
Right? Don't you think they should focus on how well the students are doing?
Obviously not.
I mean, there's, what is there, like, on average, like 30 some odd shootings a weekend in Chicago? Don't you think if you properly taught people in education, like taught them a trade, taught them how to become a welder, maybe they might freaking sit there and get a job and not be robbing and trying to murder people? You know how much welders make, especially if you're in the union in Chicago? They're probably, union welders right now in Chicago are probably making $100 an hour. That's some good fucking money. I know the welders in San Francisco when I retired were making like $60 an hour, and that was in 2008. So that's some good money for a welder. Plumbers, trade schools where you make more money. You go to school for if you join a union, it takes you 4 years to become a journeyman, except electricians. I think the electricians take 5 years, right? But still, you're working the whole time and you're getting paid while you're going to school, because they call it on-the-job training too. Or you get these people that go to college and they get all these freaking they have all this college time. They spend $200,000-$300,000 on their career and they make what, $15 an hour? Just doesn't make any sense. It just don't make no sense. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I was quite surprised once I come out of college and came back home, and I was struggling, and there are people that came right out of high school and just started working their manual labor jobs, and the next thing you know, this guy's got his own landscaping company. I go to his house and I'm just like,
right?
How the fuck? You're the same age as me, motherfucker. Yeah. I work hard, and I'm just like, work hard? Who the fuck did you rob? Baffled.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Stephen Atkins says California's outlawing independent contractors, and that is what's going to force 70,000 truckers off the road this week. They're outlawing it. I'll have to look into that, because I know that it's all because of Uber, right? Uber made all of their employees independent.
No more independent contractors, period?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to look into it. I haven't seen anything about that yet, but we'll look into it, because what Uber did, I mean, it's normal. Uber made them all independent contractors. Then they don't have to pay them a certain wage an hour. They don't have to pay them benefits. So that's their way around the system. Because Uber, actually, from what I understand, they don't even make money yet. It's a company that's still losing money every year. But because of this, people sued, and in California, they're all up in arms because these people are working, driving for Uber and not making enough money per hour, or have no health insurance. Well, go become a plumber. America's First Report. We'll have to go check it out, Steven. I'll look at it up, and I might do something about it tomorrow. Because, we'll see.
My independent contractor loophole was the whole reason why I got to drink while I was a DJ. If I was an employee of the club, I couldn't drink. If I was an independent contractor, I could. As long as I got the job done, it didn't matter how I got the job done.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yep.
So you know how they got all the disinformation czars now, So a former disinformation czar, Nina Jankowicz, which is a liberal, accuses Nancy Pelosi of spreading disinformation in blatantly wrong fundraising emails. So let's see what I think it has to do with right away after I think it was after the last shooting, she went off and says, "Oh, you should vote for me because of the shootings. Donate to my campaign." I think that's what she's going to talk about. Executive Director of Disinformation Governance Board, Nina Jankowicz, has used her fact-checking abilities to slam House Speaker Nancy Pelosi for spreading false information and fundraising emails. On Tuesday, she tweeted that Pelosi's team put out a blatant misrepresentation of polling data. Oh, I was wrong. In a recent fundraising email sent to the Speaker's constituents. The short-lived head of the Department of Homeland Security's fact-checking arm came across Real Clear Politics senior election analyst Sean Trendy's post exposing the misleading email, which was shared by election polling. So the tweet contained a screenshot of an email from info@pelosiforcongress.org, which claimed that the polling data from Nate Silver's 538 just announced that the Democrats are poised to win 6 Senate seats this November. The email contained... What are you saying, to?
I just looked up and seen Pelosi, sorry.
Oh, you just looked up... Oh, well, she's a beautiful lady. Don't you know that?
Oh, goodness, it scared me.
The email continued, John Fetterman is winning in Pennsylvania, Raphael Warnock is winning in Georgia, Val Demons is winning in Florida, Catherine Cortez Mastro is winning in Nevada, and Maggie Hassan is winning in New Hampshire. All these people. So the trend fixated on the claim that the Demings is winning in Florida. The journalist slammed this email, and his caption and screenshot writing, "Here's the real world. Here in the real world, Silver gives Demings a 1 in 17 chance of beating Marco Rubio. But sure, why not?" So their numbers are way off. They're saying she's winning, but she's losing by 17 votes to everyone. That's not very good. But we know the Democrats lie. I'm gonna use a Judge Judy joke. You know how the Democrats are lying, drunk uncle?
The mouth is moving.
Yep, that's exactly how. Little Ripper says they were making $30 as a machinist since the coup. Imagine what I can make now. Little Ripper, wait a minute. Is that Mr. Nice Guy? Did you change your name? Because that's what he does. Did you change your name? Did you change your name on me? He's like, Eddie, why you exposing me, man? All right, what's up next?
I was trying to do a Machiavelli type thing.
No, at least he's not doing the Prince thing where he changed his name to just a sign. Sucks they can't get somebody better than Ruby.
Have that symbol yet?
Yeah, you know, it was really fun trying to watch all the people like on Rolling Stone or like MTV trying to explain his name now, because you don't even know what sign it is. Oh, okay, right on, Little Ripper. My bad. Sorry. Let's see. Title of the article: Truckopolis beginning. All right, we'll get Steven. Give me a second, and we'll look it up. We'll look it up as soon as we can. Trump is considering announcing 2024 presidential bid this summer. Well, we already knew that, but I just showed it to you guys anyways because I figured y'all want to hear. Sources tell CBS News former President Donald J. Trump is considering announcing a 2024 White House bid as early as this summer. You don't say. That's all it says. Not a very long article. Where are you, Donnie? Hold on. Hey, Donald J. Trump, come here. Come here, Donnie. Are you going to run for president? He says, yeah. Are you going to win the election this time? He says, fuck yeah. Drunk, I need you to do his voice for me.
Excuse me, yes, of course I'm going to win. It's going to be the greatest election, the most fair, safe, sound election. It's going to be huge. We're getting China involved. We're getting Russia involved. We're getting everybody involved. It's going to be huge. Everybody's going to be there. It's going to be fantastic. Oh, that last little bit, I put a little bit too much pizzazz on it. Fantastic.
Yeah, you got to be careful because, you know, somebody might watch this and now they're going to say, oh, he was colluding with Russia and China. Look, Drunk Uncle said it on Eddie Block's show with Drunk Uncle.
I've got all the inside information.
Right on, Steven. We'll get there.
I've got the outside information. I've got the in the middle information. I've got all the information. It's going to be the greatest information you guys have ever heard.
And what do you think of Joe Biden there, Mr. President?
He's a douche. He's a douche. A lot of people say he's a douche. You said he's a douche. I said he's a douche. A lot of people say he's a douche.
Do you really think he shit his pants? Do you really think he shit his pants, Mr. President?
Well, of course he shit his pants. Everybody. The Pope said he shit his pants. I was there. I was next to the Pope. What are you going to say? The Pope's going to lie to me? I'm Donald Trump. Of course he pooped his pants. Why do you ask this silly questions?
Trump needs to run for Speaker of the House. You know, they were talking about that. They were talking about that for a while. No, I get it, Steven. I just got too many things on my plate. This one quick second. All right. So have you ever heard of this group called the Patriot Front?
Oh, the FBI?
Yeah, they're saying it's the FBI. While right-wingers claim white nationalist group the Patriot Front is an FBI sting. I've never even heard of this group before. He's a lip biscuit. The link for the explosion?
Do you remember the people that were like all dressed the same, like kind of like khakis and these hats, and they protested somewhere? The cops surrounded them, and they all just like piled into like the back of a U-Haul and just like drove away.
Okay, yeah.
That was these people.
Oh, that was these people. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, in Boston. Was it in Boston?
I don't know.
It says dozens of masked members of the group known as Patriot Front marched through the streets of Boston on Saturday carrying flags and police shields. according to the Southern Poverty Law Center. Patriot Front is a white nationalist hate group. And why does the Southern Poverty Law Center get to decide who are hate groups? That's what I don't understand. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu took to Twitter to condemn the march. To the white supremacists who ran through downtown today, when we march, we don't hide our faces, she wrote. Bullshit. Have you ever seen Antifa, lady? Your hate is as cowardly as it is disgusting, and it goes against all Boston stands for. You're telling me Boston doesn't have Antifa? I highly doubt that. Let's see. It says the group's manifesto envisions an anti-democratic future for the United States. The time of the republic has passed. And you know, the United States is not a pure democracy, if you guys don't know this. So it says the damage done to this nation and its people will not be fixed if every issue requires the approval and the blessings from the dysfunctional American democratic system. Democracy has failed in this once great nation. Oh, right, Andy. I'm sure the police were masked too. Oh, it was Idaho that arrested them. Okay, it was an Idaho event. The document also...
Idaho.
No, I'm the hoe. No, you the hoe?
Idaho.
No.
Yeah, Idaho.
You the hoe. No, I'm the hoe. No. We're both hoes. How about that?
Yeah, okay.
Right? You know what? Somebody should put the Southern Poverty Law Center as a hate group. The document also expressed the group's white nationalism. An African, for example, may have lived, worked, and even been classed as a citizen in America for centuries, yet he is not American. The same rule applies to others who are not founding stock of our people. Well, that's just... sorry. That's just stupidness right there. That's... at a 2017 rally, one of the group's speakers repeated a version of the Great Replacement theory. A corrupt, rootless, global, and tyrannical elite has usurped your democracy and turned it into a weapon. First to enslave and then to replace you, he said. So how are they saying that they're... why do they claim they're FBI agents? A few days after the Patriot Front demonstration in D.C., podcast host Joe Rogan suggested that the marchers might actually be federal agents in disguise. They just pop up out of nowhere and with the same size flags, the same outfits, goose-stepping in an orderly line. Who organized this? I'm calling bullshit, he said. And MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, expressed a similar theory, arguing that the real right-wing protesters would never cover their faces the way the Patriotic Front marchers did. Other outlets and individuals, including right-wing news site The Gateway Pundit, echoed these claims after the arrest in Idaho. The group didn't pop out of nowhere, they're saying. A spokesman for the January 6th committee later said the committee has interviewed Mr. Epps, who told them that he was employed by, working with, or acting. He was not employed or working with or acting in any direction of law enforcement, which is bullshit. Did drunk pass out on us?
What? That means he should be charged with sedition.
Well, I mean, he's nowhere to be found anywhere. How come all these other patriots are in jail getting in trouble, but Ray Epps is out of jail? He's been seen on multiple live streams saying, "Yeah, we're gonna start action tomorrow. We're gonna break into the Capitol tomorrow," right? Mm-hmm. But yet he didn't get in trouble. He's nowhere to be found. It's kind of weird how he disappeared. When they went to his house in Arizona, what happened? He said, "Oh, I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you." Have you seen any January 6th reports from Ray Epps? Any testimony from Ray Epps? I've seen testimony from Proud Boys. Noble Beard was on the very first one.
Maybe he's sleeping with fishes.
Maybe. No, because they found him. Remember they went... who was it? Alex Jones, reporter, went to his house.
Maybe he's now sleeping with fishes.
Oh, maybe he's now sleeping with the fishes. All right, so I think you mentioned this story the other day, Drunk. And so this is for you and Get Some. It just showed up in my feed today, so... MMA... Yes. MMA star Nate Diaz slapped a YouTube reporter backstage at UFC 276.
Chill!
It apparently was all about tweets a reporter had sent that Diaz took offense to. My first weekend on the job, but I got stalked and slapped.
Reporters.
What was he asking? Let's see. MMA star Nate Diaz slapped the microphone away.
It had nothing to do with what he was asking. It had to do with what he had put on Twitter before he asked him that.
Yeah, but what was he putting on Twitter?
I guess he had talked shit about the reporter had talked shit about a guy that Diaz likes.
Ah, okay. Hammer says Reyes was on the FBI's most wanted list. Yes, he was. And all of a sudden, he disappeared from the most wanted list. Right? How do you go from being on the FBI's most wanted list to knowing exactly where he is, being contacted by the cops, and getting out of jail? Just like that. Doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And if it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. Or, well, wait, how's the old saying go? I forget.
Trying to make $1 out of 15 cents.
There you go. Well, here you go. It says, after Nate Diaz threw a gang sign, Matt called him Stockton Finest, a reference to Diaz's hometown in California, before asking if he was in the building to check out Sugar Sean O'Malley, who fought Pedro Munoz in a no contest on the fight. It is oh, we have it on video. Let's watch the video.
He gave him a white tap. He gave him a white tap. He did white tap.
OG with Full Send MMA. Look who just pulled up on us.
What's up with it?
Stockton's finest, Nate Diaz. He's coming to check out Sugar Sean.
That's
right?
not a gang sign.
Nah, you better watch your tweets about who fought recently.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that was nothing. That was nothing.
Yeah, he just gave him a little tap. He just gave him a little tap.
I've seen him fight. That's nothing. You gotta also remember, Eddie, that these guys' hands are registered lethal weapons. They just can't go around hitting people. That's true. That's very true. Very, very true.
Somebody brought that up to me. I think it was Andy, and I was like, some people are saying that it was set up, and Andy's have some combat training in the military. I think he was Army.
He was Air Force.
No. Andy, my coworker.
Oh, your coworker, Andy. Oh, okay. I keep getting Andy in Colorado mixed up with your coworker, Andy.
Yeah. But then they were like, they're like, I don't think that was set up. You could tell that, and he brought up, they're like, you got to remember, once you become that elite of an athlete, your hands are registered weapons. You can't just be throwing them willy-nilly. You get in big trouble for that. And I was like, I didn't think like that.
Well, they made a whole movie, not about athletes, but you know what movie I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of the name now? The song "Sweet Home Alabama," Nicolas Cage movie. So in this movie, somebody's gonna tell me right now, and I'll be stupid because I can't remember it. But Con Air, that's what it was, Con Air. Nicolas Cage gets in a fight at the bar. He doesn't want to fight the guys, and they keep pushing it. So he hits a guy so hard a couple times that kills the guy. So he gets put in prison for murder because he killed a guy, because they consider his hands lethal weapons. Uh-oh. See, you can tell when Drunk Uncle is hitting his vape pen compared to his weed. He's coughing. He's hitting the weed this time. All right, so get this. So this is a story that I didn't find very many places. This is the only place actually I found this story, and I think the Democrats are trying to hide it. Look at this. Migrants found locked in toolboxes in the truck in extreme Texas heat. And here's a picture of it. There's a Border Patrol agent right there, and there's the guy hiding, right? And he's got a blanket on there to protect them from the hot metal from burning them. At least that's what I would guess, right? Because I know it's hot here in California where I live, and that metal gets hot. But why do you think this story isn't anywhere? Why do you think I had to find it in a little tiny newspaper called the Fort Worth Telegram? Because, they're making it so illegals can come in here so easily, but they still have to do this shit? These are showing you the trafficking that's going on. They don't want to talk about the trafficking, how they're trafficking humans. They don't want to tell you how they're, like this guy, he either had to pay, well, they're saying upwards of $10,000, $20,000 to get across the border. And most most people down there can't pay for that. So you know what they do? Then they put them and they make them work, and they take a percentage of whatever money they make, which I can only imagine. You've been watching me for years. Thank you, Little Patriot. I mean, Little Ripper Patriot. Can you imagine how much money they take? Like, you know, you go to those bars where it's only Hispanic girls working. They're
man, you was sent there to do a job, and then, you know, get caught for it. You know, most likely they'll get caught. They'll post a bail, and then they smuggle him out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you never know. Maybe he's there to do a job.
Well, maybe. But I mean, like, I've seen it be, like, I went to one bar and I became friendly with the owner, right? And he actually had me go do some plumbing work at his house one day, and it wasn't his house. It was where he found a person that lost their house due to, you know, they couldn't afford it, and they moved out before the bank repoed the house. So they let him put his employees in the house. So he had his employees, which were all illegal aliens from Mexico or Guadalajara, you know, El Salvador, all these places from down south, living in this place. He charged them $500 a month for the room to live in a place that he didn't even own and pay rent on. And then he took it out of their money that they were paying, that he was paying them to work, right? So he's probably taking money for them for their housing. He's taking money from them for getting them across the border. I mean, their only money these girls are probably making is their tip money. That's probably the only money they get to keep is their tip money. Can you imagine having...
American dream, baby.
American dream, yeah. But it sucks, because think about it. If they were able to come here legally, if they'd done it the legal way, they wouldn't know this guy's shit. They wouldn't have to be working at a bar with guys grabbing their ass. And this bar, they also had to perform, if you know what I mean. You would see the bartenders walking out to the car with guys. You know, they go through all that to come to the United States. If they would have just waited a couple years, right? I'd rather wait in Mexico for a couple years than have to give guys quickies in a car. What do you think?
Well, I guess you would actually have to get the real shit out of them and make sure that they come over here knowing that they were going to do that job, or were they forced to come over here and do that job because they could get more money? Because in the end, from what I hear, is they come over, they make all this money, and they send it back home.
No, they do. They do.
So I mean, it could easily work, you know, both ways. Like the girls are being forced to be smuggled over and do these types of things. And
what's up, Devian?
Where the money goes to, I don't know.
Well, do you remember when President Trump tried to put a tax on money being sent down to other countries through Western Union and Money Mart and all those places? Yeah, if you ever go into those places on a Friday, you'll see people just going in there just sending tons of money back to their countries, right?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, the girls that you see working at the bar, I've seen what they go through. Maybe this is just because this one bar did it. Maybe not all of them do it, but if he does it, there's got to be other ones doing it too, right? But why is the news hiding the story? Why aren't they showing the story? So it says, Border Patrol agents found 3 migrants being smuggled in locked toolboxes during a routine immigration inspection in Texas. The El Paso sector U.S. border agents pulled over a black pickup truck for the inspection on June 30th. And this happened in June 30th, so 7 days ago. During the inspection, a canine alerted officers to the back of the vehicle, and they found there were multiple large toolboxes locked with padlocks. The driver, a U.S. citizen, told authorities he did not have the keys to open the boxes. So the agents took lock cutters or bolt cutters to open the toolboxes, and photos from the agency showed inside they found 3 adult men from Honduras. On that day, the temperature was 97 degrees. The incident took place about 2 miles from the U.S.-Mexican border in the Isleta neighborhood of El Paso. Think about that. 97 degrees, you're in a locked metal box. Look at this. You know how hot that shit would be? That's crazy hot. No, thank you.
You ever seen Django?
No, I haven't.
Really? You never seen Django?
Never seen the Django, no. Is it Django? Are you talking about that movie, Django, or just Django?
Django, but I mean it's spelled with the D is silent.
Okay. No, I haven't.
But yeah, they have one of the characters is in the hot box. And that's what that is just a metal case out in the middle of Mississippi. In the hot sun.
All right, guys, I'm opening up Discord chat. If anybody wants to join us on Discord. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You know, I forgot to do that one article. Where's the article from Steven? Where's your article at? America First Report. America First Report. America First Report. America. America First Report. America First Report. America First Report. Is there something called Substack? Daily links to opinion news. Hold on. And then the title of the article was called Truck Obligation. Oh. Let me grab this title. Control C. Let me see if I can copy it. How about this truck? Apocalypse. Truck Apoc. Sorry, I don't have, my spelling's not all that great. Let me see. I'm not finding it. I'm not finding it. Let me just type in Truckopolis. Did I spell it right? Did I spell it the same way you did? That's why I normally don't do this when I'm live, guys. I normally try and do this at other times. Because it's kind of hard for me to find stuff just on the go. It's truck. Oh, there's no O in there. Truckopocalypse. P-O. Truck. Oh, well, I really spelled this thing wrong. C. There we go. There we go. Truckopolis begins in California. This is from the phaser, so I'm guessing it's going to be the same kind of stuff. Let's read this. Oh, it's a video, though. I don't want a video. I don't know what they say in their video. I don't want to get in trouble here. Yeah, I can't find it. I'm trying. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? What do you guys see on the screen? Yeah. Yeah, you guys see what I'm doing. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Let's try type in news. Nope. Okay. Let's type in California. Gosh damn, my computer's not typing right today. California. Contract, oh my gosh, what are they called now again, Drunk Uncle? Dude, my brain sucks today. Independent contractors. That's independent contractors. Okay, here we go. Here's something on CBS News. Let's see. A law designed to force gig economy companies like Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash to accept workers as employees is also having a profound impact on the trucking industry. AB 5 was intended to give transport workers more workplace protection, but for truckers who own and operate their own rigs, they say it may be the end of the road. On Thursday, June 28th, the U.S. Supreme Court made news again by this time refusing to hear a challenge by California truckers to the new law that requires truck drivers to be employees of the trucking companies they do business with. The ruling really took everybody off guard, especially at the speed they kicked this back and essentially made it law. The problem is nearly all the state's goods are transported by truck, many of which are owned and operated by individual drivers. That's especially the case in the Port of Oakland. Yeah, I've been to the Port of Oakland with me and Taiho. That's all there is. You know, you just see different names on the truck. They're little small trucking companies, like one guy in a truck, right? Madera, where I used to live, it was hundreds of truckers there in Madera. They just own their own truck. Fresno too. It says there's 9,000 trucks that serve the port on a daily basis, and 90% of them are independent contractors. So this is a big, big impact, said Bill Abudi, owner of AB Trucking in Oakland. He employs his own drivers, but also uses independent contractors to handle the overflow business, which he just said became illegal. He says he won't be able to use trucks owned by the drivers anymore. It just doesn't work. You own your own truck, it's your truck. I can't take possession of it and start using it, he said. In a case like my company, we just eliminate the owner-operators and just reduce their workload. That's a disaster for, I can't read this person's name, who just bought his own truck a month ago. He, like other owner-operators, spent tens of thousands of dollars to not be someone's employee and feels a sense of pride in owning his own truck. Oh yeah, why not? He says, yeah, that's my own truck. Working for myself, that's really good. I'm happy for that, which you should be. Now his truck will be useless unless he wants to become his own trucking company, booking his own loads and dealing with the port bureaucracy. That kind of paperwork was always done for him by the AB Trucking. They arrange everything, he said. They talk to the big companies, to the port and everything. They pick up the loads for us. Yeah, so I've seen videos on this. Hold on, let me turn this off now. Now we can talk about this. So Drunk Uncle, I've seen videos. I like watching truck driver videos, right? There's a guy, and all he does is he goes on an app, right? And it says, hey, here's a load. It pays this much money. Do you want that job? And you hit yes or no, basically, right? Because he owns his own truck. Now in California, that's what they do too. But now you can't do that. Now you have to work for a big, huge company, right? When you have to work their hours whenever they want. What would you rather do? Own your own truck and you could just go on a website and say, hey, look, here, I can take this job right now and I can go work and make $1,000 and then be off for a day or two. Or would you rather work for somebody else and have to work 40 hours a week? Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and what are the other companies that deliver food? They screwed these guys over big time. They screwed them over big time. Hey, if anybody wants to join us in the chat room, we got the Discord open already, guys. If you want to come on in and talk. Andy normally comes in. Graw's not going to come in today because, once again, he lost his puppy today, so he's not feeling so hot. Who else is in here that normally comes in? I haven't seen Hope yet tonight. Willow's here. I haven't seen Digglewarp. Pamela, well, Eddie is Pamela. He's here. He never comes in, though. But, yeah. Do you have any independent contractors in your company, Drunk Uncle?
I don't think so.
No?
Not any that I can think of right offhand.
So you guys have to provide insurance and everything for everybody then? Oh no, you're not. You're not a big enough company to have to.
Hell no, I ain't giving nobody insurance. Fuck that.
I'm here.
I get my own insurance in my own company.
Lil Ripper Patriot says freight companies are thieves. Yeah, right. What do they pay? They only pay you per mile or something, right? I don't know. Truckers, when they own their own truck, make a pretty decent living, if I understand right. But when you work for somebody else, you don't. You don't. I don't know. I don't like working for other people.
Yeah, you got to get your own gigs, though.
Yeah, but that's why they have these websites. Okay, Andy, no worries. No worries. Yeah, but they have all it is. It's a little app on your phone. It's just an app on your phone. You just check in and you can look what state you're in, you know, or where a load's going. Like if you want to take a trip to Seattle, you look for a load going to Seattle, and you get paid to go to Seattle. Get your wife and kids. All right, kids, we're hopping in the truck. We're going to Seattle.
As the person that's receiving those goods, though, I don't want a company that's owned by one person bringing my merchandise. What if they fuck it all up? And I've got $500,000 worth of merchandise in the back of that truck, and they've only got a truck worth $100,000. Where am I going to get my money?
Well, that's what insurance and stuff is for, right?
Well, they wouldn't be able to cover that because their insurance that's going to cost me money.
But think, well, here's the way I think of it. So when I was plumbing, right? I saw plumbers who they would, I'd show up to somebody's house and they'd be like, yeah, this fucking plumber screwed me over and did this. You can only do that to so many people before you no longer get work. Eventually you weed out all the people like that. That's what I would think, So
that's on a local scale, so that's word of mouth. We're talking about a national scale. It takes a little bit longer.
It does, but I don't know. Not really, because we have the internet nowadays, right? Think about it.
I don't know, but you see what I'm saying, though.
I do. I can see. You're worried that a guy who's down on his luck, he's only got one truck worth $100,000, he's behind on his payments, and you give him a load of shit worth $10 million. Who says he's not gonna fake getting robbed and take that shit and sell it somewhere else, like the mob?
Or it's damaged. He's not an experienced driver, and everything that shows up, or some expensive ass oranges. I don't give a fuck what you call them, and they all show up bruised. Now I got this whole truckload of these exotic oranges that I can't do shit with.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to remember. So for my business class, I had to take a little bit of business law. And I'm trying to remember. I forget which way it went. The minute you ship something, I think it no longer is your property and it becomes the property of the other person. So you're not I think you're not responsible once you ship something. So you would be right in those circumstances. Where you would think that if I bought something off you and I paid you to ship it, that it wouldn't be mine until it got to my house. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying that, like, the independent trucker that only owns one truck that's hauling my precious one in a million oranges can recover not only what I paid for it, but what I would have made for it.
I got you.
That's my concern. But then again, shame on the person that accepted such a lowball offer to have those precious oranges.
Well, like, hold on, let me. Like, there's actually, so there's a website, because there used to be a show. What the hell is the show called? It was about these guys that would accept loads, right? U-Ship, online shipping marketplace. Okay, so but what was the TV show? There was a show where these guys, they just had a truck and a trailer, and they would they would bid on the price of how much they're shipping something for. So let's go to this real quick.
Oh yeah, sometimes they wouldn't make it on time, and it would be for like something that was time sensitive.
Yes, yeah, and the people didn't have to pay the money if it didn't show up on time and stuff. But look. Let's see, find shipments. So this is how they do it. You go on here and pick up, let's just say California. And let's say I want to go to, what's this? Invalid location must be one specific location. So let's put Los Angeles. Put in Los Angeles, and let's say I want to go, let's say I'm going to go visit you. Or actually, I don't even have to do that. Look, it says pickup. You can say where you're at. So here's the information. Here's one from Compton, California. Let me see if you guys can see all this on the screen. You kind of can. Let me fix this better here for you guys. That way gives drunk uncle a chance to catch up with it. Okay, so this load, you pick it up in Compton at a storage facility between July 4th and July 10th, and you got to deliver it to San Francisco. Business without loading dock or a forklift. So that means you have to unload it yourself somehow. It's 395 miles. It's one item that weighs 5,500 pounds. Right now, the lowest quote is $2,600. It's a 40-foot shipping container. Oh, it's just an empty container. Needs assisted loading, yes. Needs assisted unloading, yes. On a trailer or truck, no. Preferred type of trailer, flatbed. 55. Oh, this is what it looks like. So they show you a picture of it. So this is what you got to move. And look, it's underneath a whole bunch of other stuff. Do you have to get it all that other shit off of there? That's my question. But this is how they do it. This is how they find it. This is how they get these jobs. This is a similar thing to the other stuff. Like, let's see this one. This one needs to go from Loma Linda, California. What's up, Mike Jones? Sounds key to a man-made food shortage. By the way, Bill Gates is buying up all the farmland. Is he buying up all the farmland right now? Fuck Bill Gates. What? This looks like part of a boat. A boat, yeah, it's a boat windshield. Part boat windshield. Going from LA all the way to Auburn, Alabama. 2,084 miles. It's a 50-pound thing. They want $450 is the lowest quote. That's the lowest somebody will ship it for. But this is how they find their jobs. Let's look at this one in Pasadena. What are they shipping? A 1976 Suzuki GT 500. Huh?
Why wouldn't they just ship that through FedEx?
Probably more expensive through FedEx.
Yeah. Big as that fucking windshield. Doesn't look that big.
Alright, I can't look at any more because apparently you gotta sign in now. Somebody's up on my property. I heard somebody scream and Donnie's barking at people. Depending on weight, you can get lots of loads and deliver them along the way. That's true, Mike. But so this is how people are doing it. This is how people are getting their shipping jobs. Where is Donnie? Drunk Uncle, you get the show for a second. I gotta see what the hell Donnie's doing out here. I just heard somebody out there.
Y'all get off the hell of my lawn, you motherfuckers. Y'all here upsetting my doggies.
Even Panda going over there. They seen what's up. I'm tired today, party people.
Come on inside. I'll let you guys try your new dog treats. He's barking at somebody across the creek.
How dare you to come over here, you son of a bitch.
Dude, they
You
like these.
step on my side.
He likes these new treats I got him. Well, they all do. Let's see, co-host. I'm gonna turn you off. You're the co-host. If you didn't know that.
Okay.
So these are called Milo's Kitchen beef sausage slices with rice. All right, Panda, sit. Panda, sit. Good girl. Brownie's small, so she only gets half of one. Brownie, sit. Brownie, sit. Sit. Brownie. She's the one that doesn't listen. Sit. Good girl.
Yeah, but she's doing like a little dance for you and everything. She's there doing the cha-cha.
Yeah, but I don't want. She scratches the hell out of me when she does that. She's still. Dude, she weighs 1/5 of what Donnie weighs, if that. UPS is garbage now, taking 2 orders and destroying them. Yeah, you know, so speaking of that, I was supposed to get last Tuesday a package for the veterans for me to go on the 3rd of July to go deliver gifts to them. It still hasn't arrived yet. It's over a week late already. It's over a week late already.
Where's the tracking say it's at?
I don't even know. I don't have the tracking because it's Kate said it to me. In fact, let me text her on that. Where is Kate at? Kate, the Irish lady. There she is. Let's see if she answers me. Anyways, so how's everybody doing? Anybody else? Anything else? We got nothing else left, guys. What do you guys wanna talk about? You got anything you want to discuss tonight, Drunk Uncle? Was that the article? I know it wasn't the exact article, Stephen Atkins. Is that the one you're looking for though? Nell is UPS is garbage taking 2-8. What is 2-8 orders and destroying them? Wait a minute. Are you talking about guns? UPS is destroying guns? How can you ship a gun through UPS? Oh, well, I mean, they got to be shipped, right? From the manufacturer to... Is that what you're talking about? When the manufacturer ships guns to a gun store, they're destroying them? They can't be talking about that, are they?
I have 2 customers that work for UPS. I can ask them.
Yeah, ask them. Dude, have you ever seen those videos where UPS drivers just drop boxes, kick them, throw them? It drives me nuts because I sell stuff. The stuff I sell on eBay is freaking very breakable, right? And I'll wrap that shit really good. I'll wrap it in cardboard twice, and they still break it. Hey, Andy's making it. I guess he was finished his job early. Uh-oh. There goes Donnie. Brownie's barking at somebody.
Well, I don't know that I don't know that I've gotten out of work yet.
Oh, okay.
It just doesn't. Yeah.
Are you on like call 24 hours a day, or how does that work?
Yeah, kind of. I rarely get called, but I mean, it does happen that there's stuff that goes on like after hours. So.
Yeah, right on. Somebody said insure all packages. Well, here's the problem. So like, the United States USPS, they used to, all you had to do was show them your receipt from eBay showing what you shipped, what it looked like, the value of it, and a picture of it being broken. Right, so you just, somebody sends you the picture, hey, my item arrived broken, and you turn it in for the insurance. Well, guess what? Now, I have been denied almost every single insurance claim. USPS just denies it. They don't care. Because what they do now is, they say, okay, you have to come in and bring in the package. So what am I going to do? Somebody buys a $10 glass for me. I'm supposed to tell them, hey, it broke. Can you take it down to the post office so they can inspect it? You can go down there during COVID and wait in line for an hour and a half just so I can get my $20 back? They know you're not going to do that, right? And then if I have them ship it back to me, so then I'm paying double the money to have it shipped back. They're not paying the money to return ship it to me. So you lose all that money. That's why they're doing it. They're assholes. Assholes.
Douchebags.
And honestly, so my mailman, he's conservative, right? He was real cool. He always picked up my mail. But there were others that wouldn't come pick up my mail on his days off, and it always seemed like when he wasn't working is when my packages would break. So I'm kind of wondering if because the mail is a union and a lot of them were liberals and they didn't like me because I'm conservative, if they were breaking my packages on purpose. I almost wonder.
That's a possibility.
Plus, I bitched. I had a setup. You can order online and set up a schedule for them to pick up your mail every week, every single day, and they wouldn't do it. He was the only one that would. And so because he did that, I gave him a $25 gift card every single month just for him doing his job because he was a cool guy. What's up, my Lanta Joe? So, what's funny is I was at the doctor up here the other day, and the lady who checked me in, she loves Donnie, and she comes up to me. She's like, I heard his real name is Donald J. Trump, and I was like, yeah, it is. And we were talking, and she's like, my husband's a mail carrier in Madera, and he had this guy that got the FBI come to his house. And I look at her, I'm like, is your husband named so and so? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, do you have long hair? She's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's me. She's like, you're the guy that used to give him a $25 gift card? I'm like, yeah, that's me. She's like, oh my God, I gotta tell him. It was funny. It's just weird how you meet people like that, right? 50 miles away.
Yeah.
Yeah, the postage is going up. Yeah. UPS has been canceling accounts to manufacturers as well. Yes, so Wayne brings it up. Prayers for Graw. You may not have heard he lost his fur baby this morning. He did. He called me. Oh, speaking of Graw, there he is right there. Gra called me up this morning, and he had lost his puppy, Peyton. Donnie and
that sucks, bro.
You know, we already had a drink for you, Gra, but you know what? Let's have another drink for Peyton. We're gonna take another shot for Peyton.
Oh.
Salute. Not only that, Harley Babe. Do you remember Harley Babe? God Rides a Harley. She told us today that her husband passed away, so we had a drink for him. Eva's sick. Jeannie's sick. We got a lot of people having bad days today. Really sucks. Sorry to hear that, everybody. Oh, so get this. So Gra and I, during the daytime, we normally do this court show, right? Andy watches it all the time. And this one judge always asks, "Are you a U.S. citizen?" And Gra and I were like wondering why. And we finally found out why. She asked them if they're a U.S. citizen because if they're not, then she has to refer them to an attorney who will make sure that their case doesn't coincide with ruining their immigration status. Like there was a guy there today, and she had to do that because they didn't tell us what his court case was about, but if he got convicted, he would lose his status as a resident and get shipped back to Mexico. So she had to put him in contact with, you know, they take care of the illegals more than they take care of us anymore. But I noticed the Georgia judge does the same thing. The Georgia judge does the same thing. And you missed it today, God Rides a Harley. So I don't know who else was in there today. I only had a few people watching today. But in the Georgia court, the judge sentences this guy to 120 days. And she looks down to write down 120 days on her paperwork. And he kind of turns around, he walks, and he just runs out the courtroom. It was pretty crazy today in court. Right? Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have that on this board. So how are you doing? How's it going in Colorado, Andy?
It's all right. It's been, I don't know. I guess it was a little stormy earlier, maybe out in the plains.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of in that mood where it's because I work from home a lot, so I'm just I haven't left the house really.
Yeah. So your job is mostly you mostly work from house, huh?
Yeah. I because usually when I usually have like the remote screen sharing stuff or whatever. I can remotely work on people's networks.
Yeah.
Not like, not like hacking in, nothing like that.
No, they give you permission.
Yeah.
Brownie wants to say hi to everybody. Hey, I got a question. So I would ask Growl, but I know he's not feeling good today. Is there anybody out there that has been keeping up with the 1776 movement, that knows Santa, that's watched enough of it that can come explain to us? Because Santa got arrested today, and I don't know the whole story. So I was just wondering if somebody...
I want to know what's up with pedophiles.
And Drunk Uncle wants to know what's up with the pedophiles. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something.
So what's going on is the pedophile thing. Apparently there was 2 pedophiles that were living in the movement. I guess they all live in a camp. And there was 2 pedophiles living in this camp. So they were discussing. They had a vote yesterday on if they should let them live in the camp or not. I went in and voted. But it doesn't matter. Our vote doesn't really count. But so there's pedophiles staying in there. You know, we already have enough trouble. Huh?
Yeah, so didn't you say it was only like 57-43? Like as far as like 57% yes, kick him out, and 43% no, let them stay.
But then Hope said it got larger. By the end of the day, it was like 87% to like 27 or 23. So I don't know. No worries, girl.
Yeah. Our ranking within there was like taken up for them.
Yeah.
Or something.
I honestly don't know the story.
I don't even want to say who. Like I assume it is, or I thought it is, because Like, I was just getting a whole bunch of information thrown at me today, and I was like, what? Wait, what?
Oh, wow. Yeah, so
something happened then, I guess.
Oh, a lot of stuff happened today. Well, we'll talk about it real quick.
I've been stuck with work.
So I was, I do the live court thing with Gra normally during the day, so I was doing that, and people came in, Hope came in and told me stuff was going on over there. So I went and watched it afterwards. They arrested Santa, which is one of the main guys, because of a warrant for his arrest. So they said he was charged on July 4th for stopping on a freeway, and they had an arrest warrant out for him. And that's why they came and arrested him. It's basically, they're just screwing with them. They just want to screw with them. So they had like 30, 40 people, and they came and arrested him. 30, 40 cops, and they arrested him, right? And as I'm watching it, all this shit starts unfolding. All of a sudden, all the patriots start fighting with each other, And that's what we got to knock off. This is what I talked about at the beginning of the show. I got problems with Oreo Express. I used to be good friends with him. I used to go to his house all the time, hang out with him, right? But now we're not friends anymore. But you don't see me going out there every day saying, "Oh, he's a fucking dick. He's this," because he is. But you don't have, you guys don't really hear that from me because we're all doing the same thing. We're all trying to promote the same stuff. So I just let it go. But these guys are just inner fighting with each other. Like somebody started fighting with Wizzy. Then another guy started fighting with another person. They're just all trying to fight with each other. And that shit really needs to stop. Maybe, there's hope. Maybe she'll come in and explain to us more of what happened today over there. But yeah, so they were, so Santa got arrested. And so then after they arrested him, the cops said, look, he has a warrant for his arrest for something on July 4th. Which, it's kind of crazy how the warrant came out so quickly. The warrant was out of...
Yeah, that's suspicious.
Yeah, the warrant was out of... they were in D.C., and the warrant was out of Maryland. Now, understandable, D.C. and Maryland is like a mile away from each other, right? But still, it's kind of... it really sucks, right? And not only that, so we saw him getting arrested while walking. They towed his truck away. Why would they tow his truck? They actually had a cop get in his truck, so they must have taken the keys from him. They got in the truck and they moved his truck and towed it away. If he wasn't in his truck, why are they towing his truck? They said they towed it because it's illegal to have a truck on the streets of D.C. parked.
Yeah, a commercial truck. That's what.
So maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, because I heard that, so this is completely separate from the whole pedophile thing.
Completely separate, yes.
Yeah. But I mean, I was just more flabbergasted about the whole. I didn't know this whole pedophile thing happened a couple days ago. I had no idea. I just kind of got hit with it, and I was just like, "What?"
Well, yeah, because you know what? I got to be honest. After the first time they went to D.C., I thought they were, like I told everybody, I thought they were going to stop in D.C., right, and do everything that they did in Canada. And after they didn't do that, and then afterwards, I was kind of like, my attention only holds so long. I just couldn't sit there and watch those. I mean, God bless them for driving across the country. I just couldn't watch it anymore. I just can't see the road. I drive all the time. I don't want to sit at home and watch it. So I kind of stopped watching them. I still cheer for the guys and root for the guys, So I guess their whole theory is changed. Not theory, but their whole mission kind of has changed now. So I still haven't kept up, and that's my bad. So I don't know exactly what's going on. That's why I was hoping maybe Hope or somebody could come into Discord chat and tell us what's going on. And Mylantha Joe says, yeah, they drove it away. Yeah, I actually watched it on Chris's. You see a cop in the car, in his Santa's truck, which is a big rig. It's a semi. They had maybe a foot in front of it and a foot in back of it, going back and forth till they finally got it out. Till the truck could come and get it. And Paul says, well, how come they didn't tow the other trucks that were there? It was all a planned deal. It was all planned to go after Santa.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing with all the patriots in jail right now. They only got the leaders in jail. I've talked to I talk to Joe Biggs' lawyer all the time, and his lawyer told me they're like the only reason they're doing it is because they want to prove a point, so they're proving a point by fucking with the leaders.
Well, you're finding a martyr.
Yeah. They're making a martyr. Okay, 1776 says, I'm not defending pedo. However, think for a minute. You're 17 and in high school. You're dating a 15-year-old. That's not what I consider a pedophile. No. By any means, no. I'm talking about guys that are 20, 25, 30, 50 going after 12-year-old kids. Even if you're...
The only thing I know, or not even know, what I've heard today is whoever, there was I guess more than one pedo hanging around in there, but he took a 20-year plea. So that's all I know. They took a 20-year plea.
Yeah.
So it's not they thought that they were innocent, and nobody's going to cop to a 20-year plea if they're completely innocent. Then I have no idea what's going on. Like I said, I was just getting stalked and slapped all day.
Yeah.
With this whole shit.
Let's see. Brad says the truth is it has become illegal camping for dollars, or has become camping for dollars and not really a movement, and pretty delusional to be honest. Also very hypocritical on Josh's channel. X Galaxy says, I don't know. He seems like a pretty good guy. He obviously got to make money at it. If you're talking about Oreo Express, I mean, yeah, he's got to make money. I mean, I'm not holding the guy back for that, but Josh is a fucking dick. I'm just going to say it that way. We've been good friends for a long time, and he did a story on me that wasn't true, and I showed him the proof, and he still didn't believe it. And still, instead of calling me as a friend saying, hey, I'm going to do a show on you. Do you want to come in and defend yourself? He just went and made it all about me and made money off of my story. And I don't even have trouble off that. I just wish that he would have called me and let me come and talk and give my side of the story. So... Patriot says,
car.
Huh?
Was that whenever he was hiding in a car and you were taking it for Will?
Yeah, that was when it all started. Yeah. So Mylantha Joe says yes, he pled guilty and served in a 20 years, and it was a kid, not just an 18-year-old with a 15-year-old. So it's not just
14 or 13 or something.
Yeah. I mean, like, we were watching a court case the other day, and it was an 18-year-old kid who had been dating this girl who was 15, but they've been dating for 4 years, right? If you're 14 years old and you're dating, they were only like a year or two apart. But, they've been dating for 4 years as minors, and the day he turned 18, the parents had him arrested. So.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, Lily George.
I mean... Yeah. Unless there's something else going on with that, but that's just
Yeah. Wizzy is definitely more professional. Especially says 1776. I've known Wizzy not very long. I've probably known him less than a year. But from the day I met him, Chris has always been real nice to me. He calls me and not recently because he's been so busy, but he used to call and tell me stuff. That day in Huntington Beach when I got in a fight with the guy, I texted him. I said, hey, what are you doing this weekend? He's like, oh, you need to come down. There's an event happening, and it's an Antifa event. You need to come film it with me. So I went and filmed it, Chris is a real nice guy. He's very professional. And that's another thing. So people, they started fighting with each other today. The patriots there need to focus on the right thing. So when Santa's getting arrested, nobody sat there and thought calmly.
Who was it? Just everybody's fighting everybody. I mean, I don't know,
like just arguing. I mean, just arguing with each other, right? So like this lady fell off. There's a fire truck there, a yellow fire truck that's been throughout the whole entire thing. This lady fell off the fire truck, and I was watching Chris's stream, and he caught it. She had just fallen, right? One of the guys comes running over, and next thing you know, the whole crowd is screaming, the cops pushed her over, the cops pushed her over. And Chris is like, no, they didn't. I watched her. She's fine. She just fell from the thing. Next thing you know, everybody's cussing Chris out for calling him a liar, saying the cops pushed her. And I watched it. I watched it on Chris's video. The lady fell on. She had an accident. She didn't get pushed. So people, it's just, everybody's so upset. They're like ravaged dogs. They're just fighting with everybody. You know?
Yeah.
They need to focus their attention on what's really happening. Like, why are they coming after Santa like this? Why don't we go and find out who put in the search, who gave him the search warrant? Then you go talk to that judge and find out who asked for the search warrant. And find out who's behind getting Santa arrested. You know?
Yeah, I'd be interested to know.
But instead, they're just arguing with each other. Like, another guy's yelling at Chris saying, I heard what you said. And it's like, who cares what anybody said? We're all on the same side. We gotta stop fighting with each other. That's why I don't call out, or I could call out Oreo Express every fucking day, but I don't. Because we're on the same side. My fight isn't with him. My fight is with the damn Democrats that are trying to ruin this country. You know? That's what we need to focus on. And I understand in the heat of the moment, people get upset, but we got to focus our anger on the right people is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think everybody just seeing everything going to hell around them. It just puts them on edge. They're like, God, got to do something.
I think don't I have one for you, Mylanta? I think I do. Let's see if the Nightbot shows up. Yeah, we do. Graw gave her that. She's the cutest thing since roller skates. I don't know what that means. Oreo blocked you for telling him important information? Yeah. Well, like, that's what he does. So, the day he came out with that article, I texted him. Or no, after that, remember, I streamed him for like 2 minutes. He gave me a copy. No. He gave me a copyright strike. And I texted him. I'm like, really, bro? You're going to give me a fucking copyright strike? And he ignored me. He wouldn't answer me. Right? We've been friends for 10 years, and he wouldn't even answer my text message, you know, after he did a piece of shit thing like giving me a copyright strike.
Yeah, that was when I quit paying attention to him, was that day when that happened.
Yeah. And then, like, now his mods have actually come into my chat room, and, like, they named themselves Eddie's a Blockhead, or Eddie's, you know, and they come in and they try and fuck with this channel all the time, too. It's sad that we're all fighting each other. Hey, so all you guys, I'm going to call him Eddie because his real name is Eddie. He'll tell you his real name's Eddie. I'm not doxing him. Pamela, welcome. Thank you for your service, Eddie. I appreciate you being an 82nd Airborne vet. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your service. I really appreciate that. You know me, I love the veterans. In fact, has Kate texted me back yet? Oh, yeah, here it is. It says returning to center, so she doesn't know what happened. So she sent me a package, and now it's being returned to center. They wouldn't deliver it. Probably because I live up in the mountains. Probably because I live in the mountains.
Oh, we can't get down the hill or something, right?
Yeah, right. But yet the UPS, like, I was live today, and the FedEx driver, you know, dude, Donnie loves my FedEx driver. His name is Ty. He always comes in and he gives Donnie and all the dogs treats. So, that's crazy. It sucks. But like also, you want to, you know, a story about Oreo, right? Since you mentioned that time in Minnesota. So this is the day when there's a cop that got arrested or lost his job. He was a friend of mine. He was on a stream, and so everybody blames me for him getting arrested, even though he came out on my stream the night before and said I used to be a Proud Boy. He said it live on a live stream while a microphone's on his chest. He said his name and everything. But everybody blamed me for it. And so Oreo made a big old story about it. And Will Johnson, they did it together. And so I'm texting him. I'm like, dude, I didn't get him arrested. He's the one that said he was a Proud Boy. And they said, but he got arrested because your video, Eddie. And they all blame me. So I'm pissed at both Oreo and Will Johnson. We're in Minneapolis at the Derek Chauvin trial. I'm up in my hotel room, and Mr. Nice Guy keeps calling me. He's like, Eddie, dude, Will's in trouble. He's all by himself. And I'm pissed at Will, right? Like, to me, he just ruined our friendship. But because he's a patriot, I'm like, all right. So I take my scooter and I go to downtown Minneapolis, where BLM is all over the fucking place and marching. And I go there to help Will. Oreo Express is just sitting in the fucking car, not doing a goddamn thing. Right? But me, a handicapped guy on my scooter, is out there, right there with Will. And I didn't get involved because, you know, Will likes to cause drama, and that's what he does for his show. So I knew if I had interrupted Will, he would have got pissed because he's like, dude, I'm trying to get the guys, you know, he wants to build up action, right? So I just stood there and watched. But at least I was outside making sure. I wasn't sitting in a fucking car hiding. So then later on their stream that night, they're like, Oreo, why didn't you get out of the car? And because they're like, well, Eddie went there to help. And Oreo and Will both laughed. They're like, what's Eddie going to do? Like I wasn't going to get in a fight for him. You guys have seen me. I get in fights all the time. I'm not afraid to get in a fight.
Yeah, they were talking shit that stream too.
Yeah.
I think I remember messaging you and be like, yo, what the? They're like talking shit.
Right.
And I think I even talked shit to them.
Oh, wait, Mr. Nice Guy was too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess who's getting knocked the fuck out if I ever get to meet one of you guys.
I think Mr. Nice Guy said it too.
On screen.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think Mr. Nice Guy was telling him he's all, dude, if you ever come to Chicago, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. But have you ever seen those two guys get in actual literal fights or punches? They're laughing, saying, "What's Eddie gonna do?" But who's the one who gets in the fights all the time? Who do you guys have on camera actually fighting? Me. It just pissed me off. You know, they're trying to make fun of my disability, and they're both supposedly my friends. You know, that just pisses me off. That was the worst part of it of all. Is that we were friends. I mean, I know so much, right? I know his wife. Well, it's not, and they're not even married. I know his girlfriend. You know, I know his kids. You know, and for him to do something like that, it was just a bunch of bullshit. So I learned he wasn't a real friend.
Sorry, I think I think you're breaking up a little, Eddie. Sorry.
Oh, am I breaking up to you, Drunk Uncle, too?
Is a little bit of robotics.
Oh, is that why you're doing this? Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Robot.
Is it still doing it?
No.
Okay.
You're good now.
Cool. Mylantha Joe says, I have to thank Oreo for showing me WYSIWYG. I followed Oreo till day 3 of the original convoy, then found out about Wizzy. Been with Wizzy since. Yeah. Wizzy's a real freaking cool dude. Oh, wait a minute. Mylantha Joe. Did you used to be Alicia Joe? I remember seeing you on Wizzy's channel. But yeah, so that's the drama that's been happening, you know. Like, I even remember when Oreo Express first started out, I would go up to him and be like, hey, you're doing a great job, Josh, you know? So, but yeah. Remember that day, too? So that guy's threatening Will Johnson. I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, if he starts hitting Will, I'm going to jump in. And this big old black dude's like, what did you say? I said, if you fuck with them, I'm going to jump in. And this guy's like, don't fuck with me, boy. I'm the wrong person to fuck with. And I'm like, no, don't fuck with me. I'm the wrong person. You guys remember that video?
Yeah, vaguely.
I actually, you know, it's still on my thing.
I must not have been watching exactly when that happened.
Well, no, you know, probably not. There was a lot of stuff going on that day. Like, I had the video. I even called it going to help out Will. Let's see.
Eddie, you got a lot of advantages, like trying to get into it with somebody that's standing on their feet while you're in a wheelchair.
Why do I have it?
You can collapse her. You know how close I am to your Achilles, motherfucker? I will fuck you up. You take out somebody's Achilles, they are done for.
Yeah. All right, wait, here, let's see. Going to help Will. Here's the...
Whack him! You just lean over in your chair. Whack him! Never... Ah!
I thought you were going to say I have an advantage because I got a... What's up? I thought you were going to say I have an advantage because I got big arms.
Well, you would have to have pretty big fucking arms to karate chop motherfuckers' Achilles. And they go, ah!
That's true.
Like Popeye.
That's true.
Popeye's got those big arms.
You know, that they used to call me Popeye when I was in, like, a young kid. All right, let me see. So here it is. Let me see. I'm going to turn the sound down because they're playing music so we couldn't stream. Let me put it up on the screen real quick for you guys.
Do they still like come after you like with copyright strikes on that stuff? Because it was like ridiculous, but it seems like it's let up a bit since then.
No, they still really... they don't give you strikes, but they give you copyright notifications. Let me find the spot where this guy was threatening me. Maybe it was the other video. Hold on, it might be the other video. Yeah, it was the other. It was towards the end of the other video. Maybe, I'm not sure. Let me go to the other video. Oh wait, that's the same video I just watched. This one right here. So probably towards the end. This guy was like, he had on his T-shirt that said, "Stop the violence," and he's threatening me. Where was it? It was when I was on this side of Will. It's funny, they're surrounding Will, a black dude, at a Black Lives Matter contest. Oh, here's the guy that was threatening me. Hold on, let me show it to you. What about over? Let's see.
I'm on my phone.
It sucks there was bad service there.
I gotta turn the sound off so the music doesn't kill it.
Hold on. It's spinning. My internet must be really slow right now. My stepdad must be watching something. You want to get a Proud Boy Tickers t-shirt? I don't know, because where can you get it now? Enrique's in jail, so you might be able to still get it from 1776 is it .us?
.shop?
Oh, .shop. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, shipping may be behind.
Yeah, he may be behind. That's one, because, you know, but if you guys can see the video, there's this big, huge dude right here, and he's the one that started threatening me. Let me find it. He's got a Stop the Violence shirt on him. Come on, come on. They're following Will. It's 11:11 there. You must be on the East Coast. Make a wish. Do you have to make? Do you make a wish at 11:11?
Sorry.
See, like, and if you guys see the chat room, like the chat is saying, Oreo Express is just sitting in his car. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
I don't think so. Proud American. Someone called Oreo Express, and then somebody else is like Anthony and Oreo are just watching. Yeah, Anthony, conservative Anthony, was part of that whole shit too. But watch, see this black dude right here? He's looking at me. He's gonna come. Well, you guys are behind on a delay, but the people watching live. Let me see if I can find it right when this guy comes up to me. It's got it. It's somewhere right around here, I think. It's been so long. What was it? A year ago that this happened?
Yeah.
Probably longer.
Because it was what, Memorial Day of 2020, or it was that weekend, was it? Right? It was the original George Floyd.
Oh wait, here it is, right here. This is where this guy's threatening me. So watch. Let me turn the volume up for this part.
Right. Talking about something going on over here?
Huh?
We just asked you about was you within there.
I'm not with him. I'm filming what's going on.
No, I'm hearing what you're saying, dude.
Yeah, I'm making sure he's gonna be all right.
That's your boy, right?
He's not my boy.
Well, why don't you get him? Because I'm over here saying you say you making sure they don't
I'm making sure he's all right.
Man, get your ass out of here, man.
Make me get my ass out of here, bro.
I'm the wrong motherfucker to be talking to like that. Trust me, I am. I don't give a fuck.
I'm just sitting right here.
I'm the wrong motherfucker to talk to.
All
like
right,
that.
good.
Straight up.
Oh, my audio is off. That's right. Hey, look, he's wearing a stop all the violence shirt.
The violence. Yeah.
But you see, I still didn't leave.
All lives can't matter until all lives don't matter until Black Lives Matter or something.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just sitting there, right? I didn't take off. Most people would have left at that point. They would have been like, you know what, Will's all right. He can handle himself. I still stood there to make sure Will was okay. Anyways. That was a bad night, too.
Yeah.
Is that video still playing? Oh yeah, it still is playing. I thought I heard it in the background. There we go. I stopped it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid to go stick up for friends or for patriots. And at that moment, I was really pissed at Will. I had just finished texting him like an hour beforehand, but I still went and helped him. That's because I'm a real friend. I'm a patriot. But you think Will would have come and done that for me? Probably not. Oreo definitely won't. So they can talk shit about me all they want for saying what I just said. I don't care. Cause
is Will's even still doing anything?
Last time I saw Will was during the trial. What's his name? Kyle Rittenhouse trial. That was the last time I saw Will. I don't know. Let's look. Unite America First.
I think a lot of them, they're definitely not on my feed anymore.
Let's look him up. Unite America First. Yeah, he's still doing stuff. He's doing videos every day. Unite America First. He's still there.
There's just a lot of people dropped off my feed. Like, don't hear much from BCP or.
Well, if you don't watch them, then they just start dropping off your feed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like BCP's cool, but when he started hanging out with Oreo, I don't want to watch Oreo, so I don't watch him because he's always with Oreo. So it's not that I don't like BCP, I just stopped watching him. So that's why he doesn't show up on my stream.
The YouTube algorithm can be super weird sometimes too.
Yeah. Well, he was working for. They were talking about hiring him at oh my gosh. The big what's the one out of Atlanta, Georgia? What's his name? The guy who used to own a trucking company. He changed his name again recently.
Penske? Not Penske?
No.
Roger.
He has a news show. What's his name? Why can't I think of his name?
Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy. Hold on. I saw he does a show still every day. He does a news show every day, but he changed it. I forget what it used to be.
Steve Oatley?
His name is Steve. Yeah, Steve.
Oh yeah, okay.
It used to be called PT.
In Georgia.
He's not in Georgia.
Wake Up America.
That's it. Wake Up America. But what did he used to be? He used to be something else.
PTNN.
PTN News or something like that. PTNN, yeah. Patriot News Network.
Yeah, I know him from when he done that interview with John Sullivan. Fucking ragged on his ass the whole time.
Yeah. Well, good night, Malanta. But yeah, BCP went to go work for him, and then remember when he went out and talked shit to Caitlyn Jenner? When he said, what did he say? They were at the Republican National Party convention, and BCP went up to Caitlyn Jenner and said, "You're breaking God's law," or something to that nature. Remember that?
That's not very nice.
Well, he's a preacher, so I mean,
yeah. It
goes against his religion.
What was she breaking God's law?
PT News, that's it. Thank you, Brad. PT News.
I already said that.
Did you? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
How many shots of Crown Royal have I had tonight? Because we had to honor everybody's sickness and passing, and then we had another shot.
Don't use alcohol as a crutch with me, Edward.
Hey, Hope, how come you're not in the chat with us? Did we scare you off? Yeah,
Eddie,
Adam.
You need to take a shot in honor of forgetting that drunk said PT Network.
I just did right there. You guys just want to get me drunk again. You guys want me? Do you want me singing? Do you guys really want me singing and having you guess what song I'm singing?
We're gonna take advantage of you.
No. The only people that could take advantage of me are ladies. Oh, so we were watching a court case yesterday.
You just wait. I'm gonna get you in at a fucking Americana and tell me if I can't take advantage of you.
You can't take advantage of me. Nope. Hell no. Hell no. They were bad mouthing Steve Oatley today now. You know,
that's because you calling motherfuckers out today.
did he?
That's how I got turned on to all this stuff. Like he still pops up on my feed, and it was like arrest at 1776, and I started hearing about the pedophiles, and I started hearing about the Santa
Wait a minute,
Claus.
we told you the pedophiles the other day.
I don't remember that. Maybe it was before I got in here.
We had a discussion on the show about the pedophiles. We were talking about it, you and I both.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't realize what we were. Maybe I realized that we were talking about the pedophiles, but I didn't realize that we were talking about the truckers. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Okay. You remember he was the one who brought an advertisement board in Portland and Tifa burned it? That's when they started flexing on their own streamers like Ninja. Yeah, that's why you don't get to see any action in Portland anymore, because they took out all the streamers for restreaming their actions because they were about to get arrested. Shit, they really fucked up Andy No a couple times. I'm surprised they never got me.
I'm surprised that, I don't know, like, people, they're obviously the fascists they claim to be against. How do they not see that?
Yeah. I wonder if all those streamers have now changed their thoughts. Like, there wasn't just Ninja. Who were the other streamers from there? There was that Rosa or whatever. It was a transgender person. That's Rosa or whatever. They were a streamer that's no longer around.
Unicorn something? Unicorn Riot?
Unicorn Riot. No, Unicorn Riot's out of Minneapolis, but I haven't seen them for a while either. Have you?
No.
I actually remember
just the name.
Unicorn Riot was the one when I was in Minneapolis that said they were going to come find me and beat me up on Twitter. Remember that?
And what was the trans one?
The trans one?
Yeah, the trans Antifers.
Oh, the one that gave me a copyright strike?
Probably.
What's her name?
Yeah, I think so.
Precious.
Yeah.
That person's out of LA though. Yeah, Sneaky Pete. Rah, 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 rah.
I asked them how many genders there were, and I was blocked.
For asking how many genders there were?
Yeah.
So I actually had to do a story on that one of my last classes in college, and I found out at that time there was 57.
That'd be a question you get to ask on Friday.
So is it for sure Friday? Are we set in stone?
So.
All right. Well, let's remind everybody. So Drunk Uncle has an employee named Andy, not this Andy that we have here with us, not Andy from Colorado. His name is Andy. He used to be a woman. Andy used to be a woman and is transgendered into a man. And this person is willing to come on our show. We can ask them whatever questions we want within reason. Now this person understands that there's going to be some trolls, right? We're going to have some issues, I'm sure. But you can come here Friday night around 6:30 California time. We are going to have a transgendered person that is willing to let us ask them questions. So, while that's not my lifestyle and it's probably not yours, it's still something we need to learn about their lifestyle. So do me a favor and be very respectful, but ask your questions. If you've had a question you've always wanted to ask a transgender person, go ahead and ask it. But just be respectful. That's all we ask. Because we have also told him, and Drunk has told him, and Drunk said he knows and he is allowed to clap back at anybody that talks shit to him. If you make a rude comment to him, he's going to make a rude comment back to you. You can explain that more on that side because you know him. I don't.
Yeah, and, it's most likely he's going to take the high road. Like I said, I've known this person for 5-6 years, I've watched the transition. So I mean, you know, a lot of this is dealing with something that you don't understand. And even over the 6 years, I don't understand it either. I could not tell you for the life of me why not be just a masculine butch lesbian. You know, but it's just something that I cannot comprehend. However, I've understood a lot more over the years, and I respect this person basically because of their consistency. I've seen many of transgendered type people that have come in the shop, and they were never consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I think I may have told you, Eddie, like this one trans. I don't even know what the fuck you would call them, because sometimes they would come in, you know, no stubble, nails did with their tits on, and then the next time it's like no nails, no tits, stubble. I'm like, what the fuck? You're just confusing me.
Isn't that gender fluid?
Well, I was too uncomfortable to ask
him.
Like,
yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, and that's the whole point that we're having Andy on. For everybody here that's been too uncomfortable to ask that question, you can ask Andy that question. Right? Andy's not going to be embarrassed.
Microaggressions.
Like in what way?
No, I say don't worry. He's not worried about microaggressions.
Oh no, not at all. I don't know. Drunk, is he?
He's a transgender from the South.
He puts up with them every day, basically.
Yeah.
And Drunk Uncle says he's like 4'11" and looks like he's like 12 years old or 15 years old. So.
Yeah, he just looks like a teenage boy.
Oh, and this is the person I'm scared of the most. Richard Hertz just logged on. What kind of questions are we asking Andy personal? You can ask Andy whatever question you want. We just ask that you be respectful. Like, question I'll probably ask is, what made you want to transition? Right? When did you know you were... I'll probably even ask him how much it costs to transition, right? I mean, that's got to be an expensive thing. Like, questions, whatever you want to ask. Did it hurt? I don't know.
Well, there hasn't been any surgeries on Andy yet.
Oh, he hasn't had any surgeries yet? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and he had a lot to say about what's his fucking face? Elliot Page. He said that Elliot Page is going to be fucked in about 4 or 5 years.
Who is Elliot Page? I don't know who that is.
Ellen Page.
Ellen Page, Juno.
Wait. I don't know who. No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do.
We're talking about our Trailer Park Boys.
I don't watch Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, well, Eddie, he was the whole reason why Jordan Peterson got kicked off Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy said that Elliot is fucked in about 4 or 5 years. Because he went through this whole thing, and this is something maybe you guys would want to, you know, indulge in their brain about. He was like, although I envy Ellen or Elliot or whatever the fuck for transitioning so fast and being able to have the money and the resources and getting everything done, they're like, his body is going to collapse in about 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And he started going through, like, when he goes to his doctor, he's like, you know, you have some people that go in there and they abuse their testosterone, they abuse their estrogen, and like, you know, if you got a doctor that will let you do that, then you know you're just fucking yourself. And
yeah,
you got to have a doctor that you trust because your levels have got to stay right there. And it's like, you can't have these fucking surgeries. You can't have a top surgery and a bottom surgery and a hysterectomy and all this other kind of... Basically,
real quick, guys, it's not Andy in Colorado. By the way, it's not Andy in Colorado. I see a lot of people. It's not Andy in Colorado. It's a co-worker of drunks. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, they're saying that Elliot Page's body is just gonna fucking collapse. Like,
so does that? So this is a question I would ask you. Okay, so this is a question I would ask your Andy then. Is he not going to transition for that reason because of that, or is he still going to transition? Like, that's a question that I would ask.
Well, he's saying it's because that Elliot just has a whole bunch of money and can find a doctor that'll do whatever the fuck he wants the doctor to do. A quack.
I gotcha.
Much.
Well, like,
but his doctor, like, every time he goes, he has to be tested. He kept doing this whole thing. Like, you can't be here and here, much less here or here. You got to be right in here. You got to be right in here.
It doesn't hurt here or here, but right here. Drunk Uncle gets that joke.
You got to stay here.
Does who in the chat room gets that joke? I know Drunk Uncle gets it because I know he's seen that movie. What movie is that from, guys? It doesn't hurt here or here, but right here. One of the funniest movies ever. Guy is dead now. Do you know who we're talking about, Andy in Colorado?
I'm not gonna. No, I don't. But
you don't.
And I'm not transitioning.
Yeah, Andy is not transitioning, Richard. No,
I'm not gonna make the chat room more inclusive by doing that.
And
you know.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, I don't care if you're transgender or not, really. You know what? It doesn't affect me, you being transgender. So, to me, you can do whatever you want. You know, yes, the Bible says you shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff, but they also say it's not for you to judge. It's for God to judge. So, you know what? As long as this Andy person is cool with me, I'm going to be cool with this Andy person because I really could care less if he's gay, bisexual, whatever, because, you know, it doesn't affect me. And that's something I don't understand, why people get so upset with it. And then people are going to say, but Eddie, you worry why people get abortions. I'm like, yeah, because you're murdering somebody. A person who transgenders themselves is not murdering somebody. That doesn't affect somebody else. Okay? So, while a lot of people, or maybe only a few in here, might be against it, you know, it's just, we're learning about this person. We don't have to agree, but we're gonna, you know, there's nothing wrong with him doing what he does, in my book. Right, Drunk? Do I say, would I offend Andy by saying it that way?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, Andy watches
David
Crowder.
Got it right.
Andy watches Crowder with me.
Well, there you go.
You know, yeah, I will say that his eyes light up every time he hears something about transgender, and he shuffles over towards the laptop and is like, huh? And, you know, and I'll stop and I'll like, what do you think about that? And then, you know, they'll say what they want to say, and then I go start it back, and they keep on, stop it again. What do you think about that? Good conversations, man.
Dude, it's awesome. Like, I've had gay friends, and that's one of the best thing about them. If you have a cool gay friend, because you can talk to them about stuff like that, you know? Isn't it awesome to have somebody you can say, hey, what do you think about them saying this?
Yep.
Paul says, can we ask why you want a shift stick? You can ask that. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad, but I wouldn't say shift stick. I would say, why do you want to change your gender, maybe? Why didn't this exist 30 years ago? Because 30 years ago, here's one reason why I would say 30 years ago, you were afraid to say you lost your job. If you had to get on welfare or you had to get on unemployment, that was like the worst thing in the world. People would never tell you that. Nowadays, people are like, yeah, I'm on welfare. I just sit at home and do shit. And I sell cookies on the side or whatever, you know? Our society has changed, and it's for the worst. And I'm not saying being transgendered is for the worst. I don't agree with it, no. But if this person wants...
it's sad, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's very sad.
That's true. I mean, can you imagine just think of the emotions. Like, this person went from female to male. Can you imagine being a male and wanting to cut your penis off and become a woman? can you imagine the thoughts that go through those people's heads? It is sad, you know. But I mean, like I said, I'm not good. I don't hate on people like that, and there are people that do. So maybe back in the 50s there were people that wanted to be transgender, but because of society, how they reacted back then, maybe they didn't want to mention it. I don't know. What do you think, Trump?
J. Edgar Hoover, right?
I think I heard of a meme. I can't remember. It may have been on Crowder, but it's basically referring to like my friend Andy, not Andy in Colorado. I guess we need to keep specifying that.
Yeah, not Andy in Colorado. Andy in North Carolina.
Yeah, Andy in North Carolina becoming a white male in 2024. Excellent choice.
Right.
You know, just becoming a white male in general, it's like it's the worst time to be like a white dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Brad says, 40 years ago, you might be attacked for being the wrong anything, so we have come a long way, but hate is always trying to make it come back. Yeah, that's very true. You know, and that's what I don't get. Why hate a person just because they want to be different? It's their choice. I'm not here to judge you. Do you know how many people judged me in my lifetime for being handicapped or being outgoing? I mean, my wife, when I was married, hated it because I'm very outspoken. I'm the kind of guy that gets in your fucking face and won't back down. People hate me for that. You guys watch me for that. You guys watch Drunk Uncle because we talk back and forth about this stuff, right? So, I mean, looking at, you know, if I were to walk in the downtown Portland right now, or I should say roll, you know how many people would attack me and kill me or try to kill me? I'm sure there's people out there that would love to kill me. Wayne says nobody's cutting off my little wee-wee. Yeah. Mine either.
Richard, no, you didn't.
What did Richard say?
Oh, Bender that.
In an MMA chat room when I call it Israel. The transgender bender?
If you did, you ran like a little bitch shortly after.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Since Richard's in here, let me see if let me go find his picture. I have we took a picture and he said I could show people. I showed it the other night. While you guys are talking, I'm going to look up his picture real quick if I can find it again. I saw it the other night. Because he took Drunk Uncle and I out to dinner.
Now I want to see Nate Diaz slap that guy again.
You want to see Nate Diaz slap that guy again?
Yeah. Even though it's just a little...
It's a little tap, right?
It's a little tappy.
It's a little tappy. Just tap it in.
Yeah. We're like, man. Psh.
Just tap it in. Oh, by the way.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to touch him much, you know. Yeah, you know, a little Stockton mini slap. I did give him a little smack.
By the way, Andy, that movie was called Tommy Boy, with
Yeah, I've seen that once.
You've only seen it once? Oh my gosh, that movie's hilarious.
Yeah.
Fat guy in a little
suit. It's like, okay, knock it off, asshole. Yeah.
That or housekeeping. Housekeeping, you want me to change your clothes? Housekeeping, you want me to suck your dick? Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Let me find this picture. Oh man, there's my puppy Giacomo who I had to put down last year. My other Saint Bernard, my first Saint Bernard. Yeah, I hope you guys can't see this because there's some pictures you can't. Yeah, you can't. Whew. There are some pictures you guys cannot see. Oh, Penelope, my pig. I miss her too. You guys remember Penelope, my pig?
I remember Penelope.
Well, dirty ass brownie coming there stealing that shit.
Stealing her food?
Yeah.
Brownie's a thief. Brownie's definitely a thief.
She's a little gangster bitch. Cholo.
Well, there. Okay, I'm close. Oh, here it is. Here's the picture of Richard Hertz. I found it. Richard, I'm showing your picture. Where is it? Here's a picture of me and Richard Hertz when he took me and Drunk Uncle and Ty Hill out to dinner in Las Vegas. Nicest guy in the world. Nicest guy. He just likes to talk shit on the internet. Awesome guy. Let's see if when Richard says something. Or tell me when you can see it, Drunk Uncle. Are you watching it?
Yeah, I can see. Yep.
You see him? Yeah, that's Richard Hurt, guys. Cool ass dude.
Okay.
You don't haven't seen it yet?
Eddie
okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Now you see it? Okay. There you go. I'm just curious because if I know when you guys see it, then I know when Richard's seen it.
Yeah. Well, I keep falling back like further on the YouTube stream, like so. I'll be like, oh wait, I'm not live anymore.
Yeah.
Catch it back up.
The buffering's not nearly. I don't even notice the buffering.
I've been having buffering.
I'm watching 3 screens.
A little bit, but it's like night and day from what it was a month ago.
Nowhere close to where it was.
I wonder why. Here, you guys want to see Drunk Uncle in front of Trump Tower? Let me put this picture up. Here's Drunk Uncle in front of Trump Tower smoking his vape. Oh, wait, there's a better picture of this. Because remember you were trying to blow smoke? Let me see if I can find a picture where you're trying to blow smoke.
It on the side of the road, and I was like, let's just get me right in front of it. I'm going to blow a cloud, and I'll just get right back in, because I got to pee.
Oh, Andy's got that shirt on, Drunk Lives Matter, that I got him. Or that we bought him, remember?
Yeah.
Right in front of trees and Trump. I think this is the best picture. I sent you these pictures, didn't I, Drunk?
This is in Vegas?
Yeah, this is in Vegas.
Wait. I don't... Dude, no, you got to send me that picture. I don't think I have that one. That's going to be my profile pic, like, everywhere.
Actually, Richard Hurt.
I'm doing the Nate Diaz thing too.
Yeah, Richard, that was my smaller truck. I have a bigger truck now.
Oh snap!
Rollin' Smoke Barbecue. Yeah, that's the place we went. Oh my gosh, that was good food.
That picture's fucking dope, bro.
All right, let me. I'll send it
my
to you.
jeans be looking fly. The shirt's all nice. Right in the middle, like centered, throw the Nate Diaz up. Nah, that picture's dope right there.
Hold on, there's another one of you. Oh, you're just giving a thumbs up. Never mind. Yeah, that was in Vegas. Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I noticed that there's nothing so stupid they won't try and sell to you on the Vegas Strip, kind of thing.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah. Like where else would you see a Drunk Lives Matter shirt? And like be like, oh, okay.
Here's a picture of Taiho sleeping and Donnie sleeping on his shoulder. Taiho.
Well, no, that shirt was from the Hodge twins.
Yeah, we got that from the Hodge twins.
That's official Hodge twins merchandise.
Here's Donnie sleeping on Taiho's freaking shoulder. This is on the way home from Vegas, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah, Taiho's a good dude. Taiho's a real good dude.
Yeah.
You know what? Me and Taiho will get in fights, but the minute I call him, say I need help, he's going to be the first person there. Guaranteed every single time. Every time.
Yeah, I didn't know what to think sometimes. I was like, damn, you're just going to leave this guy here? I'll leave you right here, but you motherfucker, you finding a way over my goddamn home.
Right?
Next thing you know, they're just like, you want to get pizza? Yeah, let's get pizza.
That's how we are. We're like arguing, like, motherfucker, rah, rah, rah. Next thing you know, we're like, we get back to the house, and Taiho's like, you know, because Taiho likes to clean up all the time and likes to keep shit neat. Taiho does a lot. Like, he'll bring you food and stuff. I don't ask him to do it. That maybe he thinks I do. I don't know. But it's like Taiho will bring me food, you know, cook, clean up, you know. Taiho is just an awesome fucking dude. Nothing more I can say about it. Is Hope still in the chat room? Hope, I got a picture for you. We were talking about what's that restaurant? BJ's. And here's Central Scrutinizer. If you guys have you guys have seen Central Scrutinizer in chat rooms with us, right? Central. This is us at BJ's Brew House, and this was the ice cream that he got. It should be anytime soon coming up. Eddie, my face has been compromised. Show them close-up pic of my booty when I mooned you guys in the room. I recently got E tattooed on one cheek and B on the other. Oh my gosh. Oh, Richard Hertz never ceases to amaze me. Yeah, those are the Pizzolas, Hope. Weren't you? Isn't that what you were talking about at BJ's? So that's Central. That's Central Scrutinizer. He's cool too. By the way, he's sick too. We should probably take a drink for him too. Who else are we gonna take a gosh darn drink for? Andy, what are we taking a drink for now? What are you drinking, Andy? I know you drink beer. What are you drinking?
You know, I'm not having. I don't actually have any beer. Right
oh, you
now.
don't? Well, then Drunk Uncle's got to drink an extra long one for you. But he drinks butt wipes. He drinks the butt wipes. I drink.
I drink in volume, so it would be to do anything else.
Yeah, can you imagine him on like a freaking 805 or something trying to do the show as much as he drinks? Oh, dude, I was watching Court today. This dude was falling asleep on the Zoom call in Court. You see him holding the phone, and all of a sudden the phone hits him in the face, and then he's like... And then he wakes up, and then... All right, here's another shot.
Yeah.
What's that, Andy?
I was saying, like, normally I would have beer. I don't know, I'm just like leaving on a plane in a couple of days, and not that I really care. It's just that if I go out and buy like a bunch of beer, then I'm going to feel obligated to drink all of it before I leave.
Oh, I gotcha.
I'm like, nah. Yeah.
That's true. You don't want beer to go to waste.
Yeah.
Well, like my brother,
he's
got a tap, and apparently for the tap, if you don't drink it within so many days, it goes bad. The beer. I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah. Yeah, so you gotta be serving enough out of it, or and of course if that's just you, that's probably not great.
Right?
So.
Oh, here's a good picture of Donnie. Donnie and me, my little buddy. Like, the other day when I went to this event and I couldn't take Donnie and I was gone all day, that's the first thing I want. When I got home, I'm like, where's Donnie at? I'm driving down. I'm like, where's Donnie? That's all I cared about was coming home to see Donnie.
He like heard your truck too, probably from a couple miles away.
Oh, he does. They all do. And I mean, it's not just Donnie. I love all the other dogs, but Donnie, like Panda won't go out in public with me. She's afraid. She's a very scaredy cat dog, so she wouldn't go out with me, so I couldn't take her. Brownie would just fuck with everybody, so I can't take her. So I got Donnie, and it's just, he goes everywhere with me. I mean, when I go on long vacations, who do I take? I take Donnie. When I go to bed at night, who sleeps with me? It's Donnie. So it's just, it's always Donnie. And Donnie gets all the ladies.
Yeah.
Hey, Donnie.
Right? They want to see him. Yeah, Donnie goes everywhere with me. He's a spoiled.
Yeah, for me, Hope, like with beer, the darker the better.
The darker the better?
So that's the way I look at it with beer. Yeah, I don't like IPAs really. I mean, they're sour. Everything starts puckering up and all that, and so but like stouts and porters and stuff, I don't know. I feel like they have a more full-bodied flavor. They're just better.
And so I have a picture that I took, and this goes for like Cajun and people like Cajun. When you see the picture, you'll understand why Cajun likes it. This is what Donnie does. This is what Donnie gets. You'll see it in a second here. Tell me when it pops up on the screen. I remember one night Cajun's like, now I know why I watch Eddie stream. His camera is at the perfect angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Donnie gets you.
Gotcha.
Right? Although sometimes it works.
Was that the girl and her friend They were talking to you for a while?
No, that's another. That was in Las Vegas, though. That was a different girl in Vegas. Oh my gosh, this girl. So, hold on. Donnie had this girl. I didn't videotape this girl. I should have. But this girl had Donnie all over her. I was going to ask for her phone number because she wouldn't stop talking to me. Drunk Uncle says that's a fake ass. When it comes up, you guys tell me if she has a fake ass or not. She was all over Donnie, too.
She must have diaper butt if I said she's got a fake ass.
You said she's got a fake ass. I mean, it's huge. Not going to lie.
Yeah, she got diaper butt.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Hey, what is that?
I don't know, but if you see her, she's got a gorgeous face, though, too.
Did you see that state senator from Rhode Island that was twerking?
No, I missed it.
Like upside down? I'm sure she was doing it for trans rights or something, too. Yeah, there was kind of like just a, yeah, funny.
No, Donnie gets all the girls.
I gotta go find it.
Oh yeah, Donnie almost became a spokesperson for, what was that energy drink? Bang energy drink? So we're in Las Vegas, and I don't know if it was Ty or Drunk who wanted to see the Las Vegas sign, or maybe nobody, but we went to the Las Vegas sign, and these people were giving away Bang energy drinks. Huh?
Yeah, I wanted to see it. We drove up, and you're like, all right, you want to get out? And I was like, no, I've seen it. That's all I want.
Yeah.
And then we got stopped on the way out by the energy drink people in their cool ass Jeep.
Yeah, so they're like, they took a picture with Donnie. So Donnie almost became their energy spokesperson. Oh man, what else am I looking for? You never heard of Bang energy drinks? Wow. I used to drink them all the time. Bang energy drinks are good.
I don't see them. You know, people drink energy drinks around me. I've never seen them outside of when I came out there.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they're only a West Coast thing.
I just see monsters out here, basically.
Yeah, that's what I drink a lot too. So does anybody ever watch that show Pawn Stars? I got to meet Mark Hall Patton. It's popping up right here. You ever watch the show Pawn Stars? This guy, he's the beard of knowledge, has a big old red shirt all the time. Richard, you text a picture. That's your ex-wife you're holding. You didn't send me any pictures, Richard. I didn't get it. So you got to send it again, bud. Richard also, I still have, he sent, oh here, it just showed up right now. It just showed up right now. Hold on, let me cancel it. Richard Hurts, one attachment. Eddie Block has a... Oh my gosh. Let's just say it's something from Richard Hurts and I can't show you guys.
I'm not surprised.
Well, I guess I can show it. It's nothing too bad. I won't let you read the sign. But it's when did you do this, Richard? It says Eddie Block has and it rhymes, a large something that rhymes with my name. Oh well, you guys didn't get to see it. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't realize where I was. Yeah, Richard just texted. He texted me this picture. He says that's his ex-girlfriend. Wow.
Well.
Word up.
We got to get Richard to come in here in the live Discord chat sometime. Richard, how come you don't ever join us in Discord chat? Actually, maybe I shouldn't say that. That would be a bad thing. You just took that picture right now? So your ex-girlfriend's there? Hold on, wait. This is your ex-girlfriend? Why is your ex-girlfriend at your house? How come she's covering up her face?
Only temporarily, Eddie.
How come she's covering up her face? I want to see her face. All I see. Well, I'm honored though. He actually had his ex-girlfriend put that sign up and took a picture of her. Oh wait, come on, Brownie. Come on then. Little brat. Are you working tomorrow, drunk?
Yeah.
Okay. You forgot the L.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be clock. Look at Brownie trying to sneak in. She's like, I hear drunk uncle's voice. So Brownie's not allowed on the bed. The other night I was in bed. Drunk uncle FaceTimed me. And Brownie heard drunk uncle and she's like, oh, I get to come up then. So she came up and jumped on the bed because she knows that she gets to come see me when drunk uncle, she hears drunk uncle. She knows drunk uncle's voice.
Yeah.
Oh, Browners.
What took her so long? What's up, Browners?
Say, look.
Hey, Browners.
There's drunk uncle.
Browners. It's the Browners.
Oh, my pretty girl. Yeah, the FBI killer. FBI killer. You know, I haven't heard back from those assholes. They were supposed to call me back because I asked them for. I finally got mad. I said, you know what? I'm not trying to be a dick, but I want my shit back. And he was like, I'll look into it, Mr. Block.
They still have a bunch of your stuff.
Oh yeah, all kinds of like. They have my White House press pass. They have my Bob's Big Boy hat. They have my plate carrier. They have my computers. They have my hard drives. They have my battery packs. All the clothes I wore from January 6th. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So, they took 53 items out of my house. Or it was 53 lines of items. Some of them were multiples, so they probably took close to 100 things from me.
Like what use do they have? I don't understand. Like, oh wow.
Like
there's like I don't know what use do they have for any of your stuff now? I mean, it's
they're looking for Roger Stone's fingerprints on his big boy hat.
Maybe, right?
Yeah.
Well, and then like
Stephanopoulos.
I mean, my.
Or not Papadopoulos.
Yeah. I don't know why my clothes, Eric. I don't know why. And like they took zip ties out of my house, right? They took zip ties. It's like, who doesn't have zip ties at your house?
Other people use zip ties, and they have zip ties, and everybody uses zip ties. Let's get these zip ties.
I use zip ties because I put it on my freaking. I lock down my cameras on my scooter with it. Good night, Hope. Good night.
Yep, because we had to rig up something to keep your camera focused in Vegas.
Right.
Like, get those zip ties, and I was like, and you're like, figure out something. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Gotta figure out something.
So, you know, I don't know, but it's 9 o'clock. I think we've been on for a while. What do y'all think? We'll come back tomorrow. Once again, guys, think about Gra. I know it's just a puppy, but to people who own pets, it's our livelihood. You know?
It's a family member.
Yeah, it's definitely a family member. And Harley Babe, that's funny how two people with the name Harley in their name lost somebody. So she lost her husband. She's been on the show. I don't know if you remember, she called in one time. She lives up in your area, drunk uncle. Up in North Carolina, I think. Yeah. Somewhere. Anyways. Oh, Jenny Werman, what's going on? How you doing? Oh, Jenny, while you're here, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I'm going to be in Pasadena. Uh-oh, it's Richard Hertz again. Next Saturday, I'm going to be on July 16th, I'm going to be in Pasadena. I'm going to go to Kaylee McEnany's event, and we're going to get to meet her. I don't know if you signed up for it or not. You're down in L.A. Are you going to the Kaylee McEnany event? So they're not going to show me her face, but she shows me her booty. Oh my gosh, Richard Hertz. I will tell her she showed me her face. I won't put her on the stream. What's her name, at least? I have some girl writing her name on little pieces of paper, talking to me. At least you know her name. Yeah, let me look it up real quick. It's at let's see. Okay, it's called Leave My Children Alone. Leave My Children Alone. If you go to the gala event, it's like it was. What was it? It was $222, right? I think it was $222. If you go to the gala event, you get to meet her. So I paid the $222. I already got my hotel room. Here, let me put it up on the screen. I'll show it to you. I don't know if they still have tickets or not, but if you go to the gala event, she'll be there speaking that night. You're in Huntington Beach. Well, I have a hotel room in I'm staying in Ontario. So, but it's at the Ambassador Auditorium, Pasadena, California, Saturday, July 16th. And this is it right here. Can you guys see that on screen yet, Andy and Drunk?
I see. Yeah, leave my child alone. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this is the event. Are there tickets still available? So yeah.
For some reason now, I've got to go watch Pink Floyd, "Breaking the Wall."
Breaking the law or breaking the wall?
No.
Breaking the Wall. Another Brick in the Wall. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone.
The movie, you mean?
So
yeah,
what's
I guess
the
you have to
song?
watch. Yeah.
Is the song "Breaking the Wall"?
No,
their
another
album.
Brick in the Wall,
it's called Pink Floyd, "The Wall."
Yeah, the Wall, but the track you're talking about is "It's Another Brick in the Wall" Part 2.
Right.
Yeah.
You like watching the movie while on psychedelics. I will admit that. One of my favorite movies to watch on psychedelics.
Why can't I find your phone, your text in here now? I can't find your text. I never saved your name, Jenny. I don't think. I'll have to find the text, or if you have my number, text me again, Jenny, if you still have it. There's an event in Pasadena on Sundays. I'd love to go to it because I'm going to be there. I'm staying the night, Saturday to Sunday. So, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see in LA? Take care, Richard. Have a good night. And all right, guys. So we're going to get the hell out of here. It's been a long day for me. I do a show in the morning and a show at night now. Drunk Uncle works all day. Andy works all day, and they come to the show at night. So
sometimes.
Most times you do. You do most of the time. You're becoming a part of the show.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I normally don't have to work like quite at the pace of the last
working.
couple days, so.
Oh, right on. Nice. Oh, I think I have an email from you. I might have your email still with your phone number. Either way, if I don't text you, text me, please. I appreciate it. But right on, guys. So we're going to get out of here. I always go last. So I'm going to go first tonight. Good night, everybody. Drunk Uncle, you can go next. Oh, no, Drunk Uncle does the sound. We'll let Andy go next.
Good night, everybody.
Drunk Uncle, it's up to you to take it home.
Good night.
He's like, fuck you guys. I'm not doing it now. I ain't your bitch. How about this? We got to figure something else out, Drunk Uncle. There we go. See, look. It's funny. Oh, wait. Yeah, you can't see her phone number. I have all kinds of texts from her, but it wouldn't show up on my phone when I looked it up. That's weird. I got it, Jenny. Thank you. Got it.
My phone's been doing that too. Like, texts will come through, but they won't sound off. Or even register that there's a text down there.
I get that with the voicemails too.
My phone's been doing that for years.
My laptop and my tablet, everything all syncs together.
You know why? I think maybe because we have a sync to our laptop, because it goes to our laptop or our computer, that it thinks our phone doesn't have to beep. Maybe, I don't know.
My contacts don't sync to my laptop anymore either.
Yeah, even the little number above your text message thing won't show up. So you open up your phone and you haven't looked at your other devices. It says that you have no new text messages. But when you open it up, you're like, oh, I do have new ones.
All right, Brownie, calm down. Yeah, right? Oh, and then you know what? I messed up the other day, and I guess for Digawarp, for some reason, I pinned her to the top, and so it wouldn't, I would go and check messages, but she was in a little circle in the very top of my messages. I didn't know you could pin people to the top. So it wasn't telling me she was sending me messages. It really wasn't. Hold on, let's play this real quick. Hey, you can never go wrong with that fuck Antifa chat. All right, guys, thank you for being here. We'll be back in the morning with church. Oh, wow, look at Panda's even coming up to me today. This is not normal, huh, Panda Bear? Panda never comes up to me. She's like, Dad,
I'm an earthquake coming.
No, she's like, Dad, it's 9 o'clock. I'm fucking hungry. Feed me.
Yeah.
Right? Because Panda's real skittish. I've lived here with my stepdad now on the property for what, since October. He gives her 3 or 4 treats a day. She still won't let him touch her.
Oh.
She'll take his treats though.
Yeah.
Like he could touch her head real quick, but that's about it. That's about it, huh, Panda Bear?
It's like baby steps.
Yeah. Well, we got her from a homeless lady, and we understood that her boyfriend used to beat her up. So that's the biggest problem, huh, Panda Bear?
Yeah.
But I'm the only guy she loves, huh? You daddy's little girl, but you can't go in public with dad. No, you can't. She loves Donnie too. She cleans Donnie up all the time. Huh,
yeah.
Right on, guys. All right. Well, good night, everybody. Talk to you later.